and you're going to give me what I want. You know what it is. Give me what I want. You know what I want. I've been asking for it for years. You're going to give me what I want, or I'm going to continue to hurt people you love. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. That's not what I want. I want you at WrestleMania. Give it to me. Is that what you want? Give it to me. Give me what I want. You want me at WrestleMania? Give me what I want. You're on.
Did you forget to change that?
No, I had to ask him why did he do that one again.
I really wanted to hear Batista pop off again.
Okay, that's fair enough. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 391st episode of the GeekVerse podcast. Yes, we're all here, so you know what that means. I am the GeekVerse Gauntlet champion, Trasnell. I'm joined by...
I am the GOAT, Kirklin.
Ladies first.
I am the lady first, the first lady of GV, Jessica.
Ooh. I am the Knockout City, Taylor Field.
Oh, yeah, you like
I
it?
thought you were going to go with the valuable retail space, Taylor Field.
I don't identify as like a space really. I mean, like that's the room. That's not me.
All right. Do you see by proxy that he made me and Kirklin look bad because he's like, "Oh, ladies first," stuff like that. So
I always do that.
It happens every Harry Potter episode too. Don't worry, Travis. It's not a first.
We're just misogynistic males.
I have not wished. I've sometimes came in. Well, there was one time I was trolling in the chat, but I have not listened to any of them in full yet. I will, but I think I'll wait. I think I'll wait when the public gets. I don't know, or I run out of content because I gotta have something going at some point. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with a newscast. We're all fired up, right? Taylor, are you fired up?
My fucking loins are blazing. The fire in my loins.
Taylor's having a busy day there. Yeah, hell yes, my loins. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, this is a newscast. We got lots of good casts coming up. We got a Quiet Place review. We may or may not have a Corello review coming up. Next week's going to be Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. And it's actually, we're going to get to review Spiral from the Book of Saw. I'm so excited. Dylan, if you're listening to this live, great. If not, then I'll message you. But I got to get him on. I'm just so excited to finally talk about this. So we got lots of stuff popping off. E3's coming up. There's just lots of good stuff, news, the whole shebang. Taylor, where can they find the whole shebang on the internet?
Ladies and gentlemen, you can find us via your internet connection in the search bar. GeekVerse.ca is our home base. GeekVerseCast is our Twitter, and GeekVerse is our Facebook. Be sure to check us out on our Facebook because, well, there's not a poll happening right now, but there will be soon. I promise you. It's gonna. Well. That's a hard promise. I'm gonna say it's like a 10% promise.
Wow. As Jamie said in the classic film Turbo Man 2, always keep a promise if you want to keep your friends. That's what Turbo Man says, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, I feel like in the state, like Taylor's busy. He has lots of casts going on. He has lots of stuff going on. He's planning a wedding, everything. I feel like his head's about to explode. I feel like, yeah, that 10% promise maybe is even a little high and stuff. So maybe there'll be one. If not, it's fine. We've done many great polls for you. So
I will say that I have seen all of Camp Cretaceous, and I will get a review. I know, Carl, you're waiting for it. You're just salivating for it. It's gonna be coming out.
Why don't because you put you're talking about like, oh, I got to do this review. I'm really busy, so I got to find time for it. Why not if maybe you're just doing it for Carl? You guys just have a private conversation about it. Like
because I've already done reviews for season 1 and 2. I got to keep the train going. It's too late.
What were the views like on season 1 and 2?
The views? I think we broke like 10,000 hits. Yeah. It was just the fucking bomb.
It's in a good way. That and Endgame. It's pretty impressive. I actually have no idea. That was so long ago. I'd have to look. But Taylor, I have to mention the private chat. Why'd you say Conjuring next week? Fucking hell or something like that.
Fuck, I was holy fuck, not fucking
holy
hell.
Fuck.
I would not use fucking hell in the Conjuring terminology. Anyways, I'm just surprised. Like, it's next week. Holy smokes. Like, I was not expecting that. I just had Quiet Place 2 and Corello on my mind. Now you just dropped this on me for next week, and that just made it even more exciting. So
Yeah, and then we got the charity stream happening June 5th as well. That's going to be lots of fun. A 14-hour stream for the Palestine Children Relief Fund. Boom, got it in one take. And yes, we're actually going to be doing some live events because in the first time in 7 months, man, it's been a long time. We're going to be playing some games in person. We're also still going to have some of those Skype/Zoom events we talked about. We're going to be doing after 9. I think this weekend I'll be dropping a cast to give you all the details, and we'll start putting out the schedule. The reason we waited was because we knew we were getting new COVID relations, so we want to say, okay, could we do some of this? And there's going to be some Gauntlet stuff. I have more to say about Gauntlet and stream stuff, but go support us, come watch. It's going to be tons of fun. We're going to have tons of people on. Like I said, events, we're going to play video games. We're going to be finally for after 9, we're going to do Taylor's Takes. People have been asking for it, so finally we're going to do that. So we're going to, and then I think there might be some trivia or something like that. I don't know. So lots of fun stuff. If you're on Patreon, you would already know what this is. So that's why you head over to Patreon where you get ad-free, exclusive early episodes and backstage news. They already know. They already know schedule. Even though patrons, one event's getting bumped, they already know what's happening over there. So that's the fun thing. We just talked about this. The Potter Retro, you get the entire thing. They got 2 episodes left. That's not coming out for another year. So lots of good stuff happening over there. All the cast, go down in the description below. You can find our video and audio feeds, everything. Subscribe, like, rate, review. That would help us out tremendous. And like I said, the charity stream, we're trying to raise $500, goes towards kids who have lost their homes, lost their family members, been very injured, that are stuck in a very terrible situation. So we want to help them out. This is just for the children. This is try to do our little part that we can. And like I said, I got a podcast coming up to explain all that. This week for the Twitch stream, Taylor, you want to take over and tell what we're doing because Kirklin's taking another week, 3 weeks off. This lazy man, but no, he's taking a week off because we said, oh, we might do a little something. And what are we doing Sunday night? This one's gonna be a night one because I have 2 kids that can be monsters.
Okay,
yeah. Sorry, Carl.
We are. Travis found a brand new game that just came out May 21st, actually. It is an EA title, and it's called Knockout City. Basically, it has the aesthetic of Fortnite, but it has the vibes of Dodgeball. It is super, super hype. And I can't tell you enough, Travis. Like, I'm playing nonstop. Like, I'm hooked on it. Like, when I can play it, I sit down and I do a few games. It's so easy to just pop off on, and that's what we'll be playing.
That's what he's really busy for.
Yeah. I might have sold Dylan on it, though. We'll see. Well, no, Dylan's camping. He's always out in the woods.
That's why it's 10% on the poll being done. It's because of this new game.
Yeah. Yeah. It's such a good game, Kirklin. I can't stress it enough. Like,
I played a little bit of it.
You got Game Pass?
Well, PS4. It was free for, I think, just the weekend.
Oh.
So I was able to get my toes wet in there. But I actually fell asleep playing it, and it's not a shot at the game. It's just I was playing a little bit too late. But I remember I woke up and like controller in my hand, everything, pulling a full Travis.
1 point left to win.
Oh yeah, it's like Travis in Warzone, but
that hasn't happened in a long time.
Lady?
What's that? Sorry.
How's it compared to Lunch Lady though?
I don't know if you can compare the two. To be honest, they're very different.
They're very different. I don't think I'd fall asleep playing Lunch Lady.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing. Tons of fun stuff. Just follow us on Twitter and Facebook, like Taylor said, so you can get all the updates. So we have lots of news to talk about. We got tons of trailers. We got Eternals. Kraven has been casted. These guys want to talk about some Pokemon, which is always a thrill. But I need to start off this stream by addressing something that has been on the Twitterverse this past week. So I've had somebody in the past week call me out that maybe they didn't think I was listening. I don't know why they wouldn't think I was listening, but they had called me out, and I had the clip sent to me because I got good friends in high places. And Taylor Field, I have a lot to say, and I want to thank everybody that's reached out this week, gave me support and stuff like that. But I said I would address this on my own time and in my own place, my own setting. Not going to do it right on Twitter. You'll hear about this on Twitter, and there's going to be some ramifications. But Taylor Field, I want you, in the video clips on Streamlab, there's the last clip there. Please play that for everyone, just to give them a sense of what's going on, and then I will rebuttal.
Well, yeah. Speaking of the network, Travis over there at GeekVerse, GeekVerse is actually having a charity stream. They're actually going to have it on June 5th. And I've been trying to stay up and listen to a lot of their live stuff. Just here recently, they did an Army of the Dead, and I stayed up for literally an hour and 30 minutes watching that. And then I fell asleep for literally the last 18 minutes. I was actually really mad. And I was just listening to it before we went live. But I will say this. It's really funny how Kirklin is defending his his whole streak and champion over at when they're doing the gaming stuff. But for some reason, Snell is not having to defend his title at all. I just think that's a little funny.
For what?
So
trivia?
Well, no.
Okay, I was going to say I thought you was struggling with that one trivia
console
title.
gaming.
Okay.
So Kirklin, he holds the title for sports games, and Snell holds it for overall gaming. So whether it be fighting or anything else, it's just the way they do it over the GeekVerse. And I will say I think that's a little unfair because you have your subcategories, right? And you're doing all this, especially with Kirklin being the number one A-dog over there in sports. And Travis is kind of just like holding back so that way he doesn't have to defend his. I think that's kind of BS.
Ooh, you're playing some like Floyd Mayweather dodging, having to defend his title.
Yeah, he's just
trying to
dancing
hold
around
on to it as long as possible.
He brings up some great points.
You can in a second. So yes, I have announced I have more details about Kirklin defending his title very soon, but this is about me. So this is Clay. I feel like you have to pick your words wisely, and I'm not surprised about this. In the 6 years we've been doing GeekVerse, this happens all the time. Jealousy in the podcast community is such a massive thing here, and I get it. Since we've started GeekVerse, I've had so many people hate on me, and that's because they're all down here, but I am all the way up here because I talk how people would want to talk, I look how people would want to look, I fuck how people would want to fuck, I do all these great things. Taylor, don't laugh. You can hold it for after, okay? I'm trying to talk to people. And I am just on a different level than everybody. And the thing is, I understand why people are jealous, and I understand this is the thing. I've read the reviews, I've seen comments. I know I'm the most hated person here at GeekVerse, but the funny thing is, the thing about that is they still come and listen to this podcast. Why is that? Because they hope and they pray that someone as good as me will have the same opinion as them. So finally, whatever they say matters. So you people listen to hear me. I do everything. I'm the chairman of the gauntlet. I'm champion right now. That's that next title going on. I'm founder of GUA. I am Travis. I would.
You can't afford good internet though.
Oh, that's fine. Taylor Field. Taylor Field. I would like. I see Clay in the chat there saying always about you now. I would like you to ban him right now, please. Can you please ban him from the chat there?
Ban him. Much. Don't ban him.
Ban him from the chat. Kirklin Patzer.
So highlight that comment.
Yeah, he was blocked for 5 minutes. That's exactly what we want here. So to address Clay directly, you are stepping into a world that you don't know. And what I was talking about as being the founder of GUA, I'm the one that keeps the ship running here. DC Alliance may be a podcast that you are on, but it is in the middle of my world. And the thing is, you don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about, I'm not defending my title. Everyone here, look at this, Taylor, Kirklin, Jessica last time, beat them all. Jessica was the last stone in the Infinity Gauntlet. I beat everyone at GeekVerse. There's no one, you see this great title back there? There's no one worthy for me to defend that against yet. Maybe there will be an up-and-comer. Maybe these people will get better at video games, but I have to wait for that moment. And Clay, you just stepped in the wrong pile of dog shit, because what I'm officially announcing here is that you are, as of right now, suspended from DC Alliance. You are suspended. And what I'll put as a little preference is you want to talk about this world, you want to talk about me, you want to backstab me and stuff like that. Okay, you step in it. You'll be suspended, aka possibly fired in the future, unless you play me June 5th in a game of my choosing. So as of right now, you are not welcome on DC Alliance. I'll be on next week to address this situation to the listeners there, because they don't know how things run, but I run with iron fist. So Clay, that is what's happening right now. You've been suspended. And like I said on Twitter, don't talk shit if you're being recorded. And that's what I have to say. And Kirklin Patzer, I said I would let you know what was happening. You will be defending your sports title in a best of 3 against the busiest man over there, Taylor Field. The games will be announced, but you will be doing it because, you know what? I feel like it's an honor because you kind of got fucking whipped last time in Call of Duty. So not sports games, but this man just in his pure dominance showed that, you know what? I think he's ready for another title run. So That's what's happening. And Clay, like I said, the door is open. Take 24 hours to think about it. Take some time to think about it because I know you're going to be scared. And I get to pick the game. That's saying, remember, I get to pick the game. So you have nothing going on. So all in the game. That's just how it is. The authoritarian vibes are strong with this one. Well, you know what? You just got to be in line. And that's for everyone listening from Geek Ultimate Alliance right now. Just stay in line and know your role. So, yeah. Kirklin, Taylor, you excited? June 5th, playing for a sports title again?
I'm absolutely excited. I have been itching to defend my sports title against any worthy opponent out there. And there just hasn't been any. So,
are you saying that this is a worthy opponent then, finally?
You see how I creamed him in COD? He wasn't bored at COD. He wanted to wave the white flag and get out. So I got him. He's panicking.
A whole another animal there.
Out of everything that was recorded for our 24-hour stream, the only thing that was that saved was me just creaming him in Call of Duty.
Did I pull up the clip of my my double eagle shot or whatever it was?
Your chip shot?
I'm just relying on that. It's everything in the past and whatnot. So I've lost my coloring, but all right. I've addressed Clay. I've addressed the situation that's going on all week. So let's talk about the Eternals. Taylor Field, gonna start with you. What did you think about this trailer? This is the first look we got. November 5th, this movie is coming out. Are you excited now for Eternals, or were you excited? I don't know.
Trailer didn't really make me excited, to be honest.
Ooh, hot take.
It was just a whole bunch of like panoramic, zoomed out, scenic shots. Like I didn't get really anything in there. I saw there was some people kissing, and they made a joke at the end about how like who's going to lead the Avengers. And we just easy plot line like, oh, we've been here the whole time, but we just don't help people until now. It's like the Wonder Woman approach, but I don't know. It's just the trailer was beautiful, cinematically just stunning, but it just didn't have anything that roped me in. Now, when we get to some other like Chris Pratt films we talk about later, that's got stuff that ropes you in. That's how you do a good trailer, but we'll get to that. So as far as Eternals goes, I'm excited to see it, but I'm no more excited than I was before. The trailer was just like, maybe want to go hiking or something like that.
The trailer made you want to go hiking.
Hiking, yes.
Is there any other movie that has made you go hiking?
Wrong Turn. No, that was more horseback.
The movie
riding.
where people get murdered and sexually assaulted, and you're like, I want to go in the woods.
Go hiking. Just get out in like the wildlife and stuff like that. But no, Brokeback Mountain makes me want to go horseback riding.
Well, I think the wedding might be off, Madison. I think Taylor's playing for a different team, maybe. Oh, Brokeback Mountain, I want to go in the woods, but yes. Okay, well, I'll come back to that. But Kirk and Patzer, what did you think about this trailer?
Yeah, so I like Taylor. I thought it was a beautiful trailer. I actually liked the song that it played at first. I was like, oh, this is gonna be cheesy, but just the way it like transitioned, I don't know. It was nice. But I don't think it really did anything for my excitement level. Like getting to see just some cool visuals with the different characters. I guess I should have prefaced. I know nothing about Eternals, so I was kind of expecting, I don't know, something to explain what it was, but they did not do that whatsoever. And I don't know if that's a pro or a con, because I was pretty lukewarm on hype levels originally for the Eternals, and this trailer, I am probably room temperature. I don't know if that's probably a couple notches.
No, it doesn't make you want to go hiking?
It doesn't make me want to go hiking. No, it doesn't. Yeah.
Okay. Jessica, what do you think about the Eternals? Because you're somebody, I feel like you pick and choose your Marvel projects that you get excited for. So is this one that got you excited? I feel like I'm setting you up for an answer. I clearly know, but
yeah, no, not so much. I agree with Taylor that I really don't feel excited by it, that there wasn't a lot of anything that really pulled you in. It was exactly that, a whole ton of kind of nature shots and zoomed out. You know, there was a few, like I can think of the girl like running her hand across the grass and things like that. It just wasn't. I have no idea who any of these characters are. I posted a meme in our private chat, a picture of a dog like typing on a computer and saying me Googling the Eternals so I could pretend like I knew what was happening in the trailer. And after actually watching the trailer, it was like, no, I don't feel the need to do that because I
Ooh.
don't actually care if I know about these characters or not.
Did it make you want to go outside?
No.
Not for a hike, just outside.
Yeah.
It didn't make me want to go horseback riding either.
Okay, well, I was kind of hoping someone would be on the other side of this, but I feel like we're pretty unanimous. And I wish that people that told me Dix win Suicide Squad and stuff like that years ago were here for this, because here's the thing, and so I'll use Shazam as an example. Shazam is a character I didn't really care for as a kid, because for me, I know some people like that, but for me, the whole like, oh, a kid is a superhero, I was like, fuck that. I want to read adult stuff. I don't need any of that. So I was never in that character. But when that trailer came out, I was like, you know what? I'm getting really excited. This is going to be great. The movie came. It was fine. It didn't match my expectations. I thought it would be the next Guardians. But still, that trailer sold me. Guardians I knew a little bit about, but still, to me, that trailer sold me. I think for me in the Eternals, we're introducing gods, and we have a few questions from our patron. We're introducing like godlike characters and things like this, and everything that the few things they said in the trailer. And I listen to Marvel Alliance that I used to host. Chris and Brent host that now, so check the podcast network. 7 days a week, 9 shows. They are talking about it, and Chris gave me all this information, and I've been looking into it, and I'm gonna try to read some, but I'm looking into like, okay, who's this character? What's their power, stuff like that. And I think it's just kind of like how Kirklin has not watched Shazam yet. I just don't think I have any interest in these characters at all. Like, I don't have any interest in stuff about the plot. I don't have any interest about the characters so far. And the good thing is that Marvel has a quality like base, so I know, okay, it's at least going to be good. And that cast looks phenomenal. Like, there's so many good people in it. Mm-hmm. And I didn't love Nomadland, but they have a person that just won Best Director and Best Picture. So she knows what she's doing. So I don't think I'm going to go in there and think, oh, this is awful. But I think it might just be something that's like not for me. This is like a hyperbolic statement, but that's the way I feel about like the Spider-Man MCU films, where I actually still really enjoy them. But as far as Spider-Man, I let some go, that's not for me. I've seen Far From Home, I think a total of 3 times, and I kind of always tune out, and that's the thing where I just go, you know what, the Toby ones are for me, some of the animated series, the comic books, and I really like the MCU Spider-Man. I like Tom Holland, but some of the movies just haven't been a home run, and I'm hoping when we get into the theaters, I'm proven wrong, because that's the best thing. I'm going with low expectations, but I think it's just, it's weird that like I don't care about these characters, but I just don't even like, and I guess I'll bring in the question right now that Summer Hansey wrote. And like I said, on Patreon, if you're a patron on any tier, you can send us questions before each newscast. I put out the topics, and everyone is nice enough to send them. So she said, do you think the Eternals are finally responding to the multiverse being open? What else would finally intervene for? And I don't know if it's the multiverse. I know in the comic books they have the storyline where some of their minds get wiped, and that's why they haven't done anything, because they don't remember who they are. But even the fact of like, I thought that, okay, maybe this is why like on just how it starts is why I'm not even a fan of these characters in the movie so far, is I thought, okay, Thanos happened. That's the biggest thing in the MCU, right? Half the population is gone, this big bad villain. I always thought, okay, we got to wait years before we get to another huge level event like that. We can't do anything like that because it'll just seem small or repetitive. It's the same way, here's the Squad dick suckers again. The Squad, BVS, Man of Steel, Justice League, all 4 of those movies in a row were always the world's ending. It was never like, oh, it's just a personal conflict, it's just one villain. And I don't want that right after we just said Endgame. So when they say we've been away for all these years, but finally now we have to step up because this is a big thing, I would assume, unless they go with this whole like their memory's been wiped, if they've just been hanging around doing stuff and now they step up, it's like, well, automatically this new event is bigger than Thanos, and we're 2 movies, or I guess what would be 3 movies into after Endgame, 4 movies now. And it's like we already have this huge level event. So I don't like that. And I want to be surprised. I have a joke on Twitter. I think some people think I'm serious that I call the Eternals cowards. They kind of are, because they're like Martian Manhunter from Snyder Cut. They're like, they've been here this whole time doing shit all, but I guess I don't. I'm not excited for it. Even like Shang-Chi, who I don't know anything about. I saw that trailer, I read about it, I'm like, okay, I can be in this. I just don't have any any hype for it right now. It's so low on my like movies right now, and I'm seeing it because okay, it's part of Marvel and I like it. But Kirkland, I guess you can respond to anything I said, but also that do you have any theories of why now? Because that's kind of been the meme too of like lots of like, oh, Eternal's doing something and then in the background bad shit's going on. So
I will answer that after Jessica goes because she had her hand up.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see. I was looking I was looking in the soul. I was looking in the soul of our viewers.
He was looking at himself.
He's got himself as the
Hell
one.
yes.
Yeah.
I just have a picture. I will
It's like the
say.
Christian Bale. Yeah.
So like exactly in WWE, the guy that runs it, Vince McMahon, he literally has like a portrait of himself in his living room, and it's like, and it's
Pretty
not even
baller.
a joke. Yeah. So one day that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm also in the background. I think I'm gonna get the hell here from Batman Returns. It looks like on look at him.
Nice.
Was he asleep there for a second? I think Taylor was asleep for a second. Jessica, what do you think?
Okay. I got 2 questions. One is that you kind of answered. This is a movie, not a series. We're just getting. Oh, I feel like that could be messy. That's a lot of kind of seems like characters and storylines to try and get into one film. Second, where does this fall in timeline of release with everything else? Like, could this be exactly that? This is something happens with the multiverse, and now all of a sudden they weren't part of this universe, and now they are. Something
Technically,
like that.
yeah.
Does it come after Doctor Strange?
We don't know time frame yet. We don't. Well, and I think from that trailer, when they show the 2 characters that are in love, Icarus and oh my god, Cersei, it shows them in love like multiple eras. So I think you'll get like before Captain America, like you'll get multiple time frames.
Okay, those are my 2 questions. So go ahead, Kirk.
Beautiful. What was the question, Your Honor?
Why do you think they're here? I'm gonna drop it in a note.
What do I think they're here? Yeah. Okay, bye. Yeah, it's interesting because anytime that you introduce like a god tier character, I feel like that's just opening up a can of worms that it's more likely to go bad than good. But MCU, I am very hopeful and just confident that they'll be able to do it in a good way. But to introduce not only just one super big character like what they had with Captain Marvel, beautiful banner there at the bottom. Like Captain Marvel, like she was like a Superman character, and the way that they did her was basically along that line where she pretty much didn't have a memory, was kind of like lied to about what she was, and that kind of, I think she even had like that chip was like suspending her powers, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. So like even then, like that's one god tier character that they had to just like nerf in her own movie just to make it interesting. But in order like to do this with, all right, how many even were there? Is there like at least 10, I think.
Well, and all in the game said in our chat here that it spans 7,000 years.
Yeah.
So it's like, so we're introducing however many characters, and we're also trying to pull in the storyline of 7,000 years worth of story.
That's messy. Now, it is Feige in the MCU, so you got to imagine they got their crazy war room with all their plans and like strings tying to everything. So I'm sure they've got a clean plan set up. But for me, just being a guy on the sidelines, like it's just tough to like picture what that would look like in a clean manner, especially since this is just a movie. Again, we'll see them again after this movie, but it's just one movie, and to introduce all of this spanning like 7,000 years, like. That's just a tough ask. I feel like it's going to be extremely hard to focus in on just I think what I'm worried about is that there'll be either 1 or 2 characters that are like really interesting and everyone else is just filler, or everyone is just like very just like they have their like 5 minutes and it's just I don't really get attached to anyone.
It's Justice League all over again. They really should have kind of either made a series or taken the time to do some individual character development first, in my opinion.
Yeah, and like if I'm trying to be all optimistic and like I think if they're able to actually keep it like grounded and not go for like the big galaxy ending threat in the first movie, which honestly it'll probably happen because they're introducing these like godlike characters. I I think that would be very, very creative, and I think that would like catch me by surprise, and I would really, really, really like that. But so that's what I'm hoping for, that there is some, I don't know, like they're fighting Mother Nature or something. I don't know what it could be, because I don't know what about Eternals it is. It's just I hope I don't get like a super, super powerful character that I've never seen in the MCU before, and then they're just gone in their one movie, kind of like what Dormammu happened. But we'll probably see Dormammu again, so maybe they'll go that same route, but I don't know.
What about you, Taylor?
You look like you want to say something, Travis.
Who put this bottom banner here?
I don't know.
I just gave you a title match, Taylor. You better be careful now.
All in the Game brings up a good point. Would you say the same about the X-Men? Because I was thinking about that too. Just comparing like an ensemble cast like that, because X-Men did introduce a ton of people, and looking back on that, I actually kind of like the way they did it. So I am kind of just, I don't know.
Here's I guess I'd have to look at the X-Men cast, but like when they have them all lined up, as far as our good guys, our main good guys, we had Xavier, Jean Grey, Scott. Oh boy, look who's back in the chat. I'll let him stay for now, but Xavier, Scott, Jean, Storm, Logan, and Rogue. That's like 6. And those are like the main characters. There's so many people in this lineup already that are not even the villains and stuff. And I don't think, and like, I think it's going to be an ensemble where you only get little pieces of certain characters, and there'll be characters you want more of. But I feel like X-Men will start with a classic, like 5 to 6 main characters, like we did with Avengers or Guardians. Guardians had 5 people, right? Star-Lord, Gamora, Groot, Rocket, Drax. So I feel like that's how X-Men's gonna go, where this is like there's so many people. And even Kit Harington, who is playing a big character, the Black Knight, he's in one shot of this trailer, and it's weird in the poster it says with Kit Harington. So to me that would insinuate he's not in this movie that much, even though I won't spoil what happens. He does get linked to one of these characters, and that's how he's a human, but kind of immortal. It's a weird. He has like a sword that's like a lightsaber. So Taylor's gonna love him. He's a guy that dresses up as a knight, and he has a lightsaber, and he rides a motorcycle, and he has leg belts. You're gonna fucking love him.
Oh yeah,
that checks all the boxes.
Does he have a fire motorcycle?
No, that's just Ghost Rider and everything.
He's got the lightsaber, so he's already.
Yeah, so the boner's not that hard, but it's still hard for Taylor. But yeah, there's so many characters. That's a lot.
No, absolutely, and just bringing up X-Men again, I feel like that one was a little bit different because like going into X-Men, I feel like everyone and their grandma at least knows who Wolverine is. So like that's a tie to that film, whereas in this one it's tough. Like it's just the actors that are going to be pulling in the general audience, I feel, And I also feel that with X-Men, and maybe once we see the film, we'll go, oh, this explains it. This is a lot easier. With X-Men, it's easy as, okay, these people have mutated genes and they got superpowers from them. Yeah.
No, very easy explanation if you know none of the X-Men. This looks like when they're like, these are gods that have been here since this, and they've created planets and stuff. And I know I'm showing the trailer. I will say the first 30 seconds, I love when they have the people in the past and that ship pulls up, and I love the music of this trailer. Like that was
Ronin ship. That's exactly what I thought
it looked
of.
like Ronin ships. Yeah. But as the trailer went on, I got less interested. But I feel that's the thing where X-Men mutation, Eternals, gods that have been around since the beginning of time, possibly. That's going to be a lot to get in there. So, yeah, there is a lot of Game of Thrones connections. You got Rob Stark, you got Kit Harington, and on the game, I did not know that the same guy that scored Game of Thrones is scoring this. So that's crazy. So I think you threw it to Taylor before I butt in because someone had a very offensive banner up there. But Taylor, are you feeling that this could be too much for the MCU? And also, how do you feel about like the potential of these very, very powerful characters? Like we've met some powerful characters in Thor and Captain Marvel, but these could be characters if they're literally like gods. And like, I guess we'll have to see, right? Because Thor is a god, but they've found ways to depower him or make it that you could beat him. I'm sure they will do the same here, but it's just there's an abundance of gods here. It's not just one; it's a plethora.
Yeah, but we've been dealing with a plethora of gods before with Loki, Odin, Dark Elves.
Loki's not
Thor,
a god.
Dark Elves.
We'll be getting into Zeus now too in the near future here. So I mean, they're getting into the god realms and stuff.
Do you know something I don't know?
I thought they were talking about.
Yeah, Russell Crowe, the Zeus, the zombie. Yeah, Russell Crowe. Yeah, we still don't know if he's playing.
Dead crossover.
We still don't know if he's playing Zeus or like the play version of Zeus, though. So,
yeah. So I feel like when it comes to just god characters, the MCU's got a pretty good rap on it. I don't think these characters seem like they're composed. They know their powers. They know that they're tame with them. They're not going to be flying nuking planets and stuff like Captain Marvel. So I think that these characters, as much as like it is a lot of them in this film, like I feel like every time society and including ourselves is presented with something that the MCU and Feige is doing, and we get skeptical and everyone talks about it and all that stuff. But like, what's the point? We're just that's Feige's. My.
No, you were doing me right there. You were doing that was 100%.
No, that wasn't a you voice. No, my Travis voice is like, I love comics. They're so good.
That's very dude, bro.
Yeah.
You're getting really close to lose that title shot tonight.
Yeah, I know. You guys got to stop egging me on. No, I just think that everyone that's just doubting Feige, like I feel like it's like wasted breath because he delivers with this kind of stuff.
Okay, so I'm not how do you think I'm doubting him? I'm not a dude, bro.
That was Kirklin's words, not mine.
No, and Clay says there's no because I don't want to be a dude, bro. Because you know who's a dude, bro? Zack Snyder, and I've given him so much criticism over the years and stuff like that. But you know what? Like, and Clay, get out of here. You shouldn't be harassing me. You should go be reading like variety articles about Man of Steel. Oh my God, people are still mad about Man of Steel 8 years later. It's a perfect movie. I can't stand this article. Oh my goodness, go rant about for 20 million seconds on a podcast. Never mind the dude bro stuff. I'm not saying it's going to be bad. I'm just saying that don't you feel there's things like Captain Marvel? You absolutely hate her, right? You're always like, man, I wish this was a dude. This would be so much better. No, you wish there was a dude, bro. No, but I'm saying like, isn't there a film in the MCU that you can look at and you say, oh, you enjoy it, or even like, oh, it's well made, but it's just not for you? Like, have you watched Captain Marvel again?
No.
So wouldn't you say that's one of those cases where it's not a bad movie, but it's just not your tempo?
I wouldn't even say it's not my tempo because like I love that we got Jude Law in it. You
only watched it once though.
It's not.
I might have watched it twice, but it's not because it's not my tempo. It's just because, like, if I were to go to like put on a movie, it's just not like a movie I'm gonna put on to rewatch, and not because it's not my tempo. Like if I'm feeling Marvel, I'll put it on. I like dare me, I'll do it.
Oh, so there's no MCU movie that you look at and you go, oh, you know what? That's just not for me.
Thor: Dark World. That's my.
No, he loves Thor: Dark World.
I got the steel case for Thor: Dark World.
Of course,
Kirklin said for me. What was?
Okay. I didn't hear the for me part. So.
I can't think of anything. Yeah, I can't think of anything because I mean they're all one cohesive story, and I love that element, and I just feel like they're all unique in their own right. I mean, there's certain things that I dislike about some of the films, but it doesn't mean that I was like, oh, fuck this movie, it's terrible or anything like that. I mean,
fair enough. I don't think I'm doubting Feige. He does always prove me wrong. He proved me wrong with Endgame because I didn't think it was going to be bad. I just thought, can it be as great as Infinity War? And they doubled down, in my opinion, with the portal scene and everything. I just... I feel like when was the last time we all came on here though and said we had an MCU trailer and it was fine. Like I feel like that's Jessica majority of the time. So when there's a good one, that's a good thing. But I feel like most of us all in the game. Dark World, what's wrong with you, Taylor? Oh no, he's gonna show the skill case. But like I feel like majority of us usually there's at least one person that really likes a trailer.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time we've been like, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 Clay is better than the first one. That is I've sometimes said the Pulp Fiction of the MCU. Is it as good as Pulp Fiction? No, but it's a great film. Don't slander that. But I just feel like I don't know where's that third disc?
What happened to the third one?
I bought it and there's no DVD in there. So I almost ended up buying the DVD separately, put in because it's the Blu-ray.
Why?
And
it was incomplete.
The Blu-ray 3D.
Oh, you get good use out of that Blu-ray 3D. Hey, Blu-ray's fucking dead.
Is it supposed to come with a DVD? Like that would bother me so much.
I don't know. It's just weird. I opened it up. This is what Future Shop did to me. Then they closed down.
Yeah.
Taylor's walking back. Taylor goes to return it while everyone's lost their job. I'd like to speak to your manager right now. I don't have my Thor Dark World DVD. I don't know where. I have no fucking clue. I just mean like this is the first one that all of us are like, meh, that's fine. And there was a lot of that on Twitter, and I do wonder, MCU's never had a miss. Do I think it's going to come out bomb and people are going to say it's a piece of shit? No, but they still haven't had a huge misstep yet. I don't think this could be it, but I think this is the closest on the reins. I guess I'll wait the second trailer is like, but I said about the first trailer, like, oh, this will sell me, and it didn't yet. So maybe the second trailer.
I was gonna even say too, like, let's go down the line on MCU films that aren't announced yet. I'm sure there's gonna be more of just random, brand new things that I've never heard of, and I'll probably see a trailer and it'll probably be the same thing. Like, I feel like we're getting to that realm where it's like new stuff. Like, Eternals is so much different than hearing about like Doctor Strange. Like, when Doctor Strange was being announced, I had like seen him in like the Ultimate Alliance games and kind of seen him here and there in comic books and stuff like that. So I kind of had an idea of what the character was. But in this, it's just like brand new stuff. Like Eternals. I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit harder to grab onto.
Do we think it's like getting to be comic book movie fatigue? Like, it? You don't think that has anything to do with it? After
not right now. No, I don't think like if you mean for us, like I don't think so. For the general audience, not after COVID. If we would have talked about Jessica was fatigued when we started this podcast.
I mean, I'll pack up and go to bed, guys. Like, well, let's be honest here. I just mean, we had however many 28 movies or whatever it was leading up to
23.
Oh, I guess I was pretty close.
That was pretty close.
Yeah, I'm proud of myself. Leading up to this, and then there's also the DCU, which is trying to do their own thing, and it's just at some point it has to get repetitive, and there needs to be kind of some time taken to come back and be fresh. In my opinion, I don't know. Maybe that's not where we're at.
It's a fair assumption to say, but at the same time, Feige just keeps putting out like newerish things. There are elements that are repeated and familiar, but for the most part, generally, it's all fresh and new perspectives and stuff that they do with, unless you have like Sony and DC, which is...
Yeah, I feel like Sony's putting out more of that, like we've seen this before. I think with WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier, that proved we're going to get different. I don't think it's that for Eternals. I just think it's like this so far doesn't appeal to me. I don't think the general audience will be fatigued, though. They'll be dying to see these movies because they had a year and whatever of COVID of not being able to see this stuff. So before it was like, oh, we're getting so many, people just are wishing like, fuck, I wish I was just in a theater watching the most like average Marvel movie,
Yeah. I definitely think there's a certain group of people though that like as soon as they see that like red Marvel symbol pop up, they're like, "Are you kidding me? I just want to see another Lighthouse movie or something like that."
Oh yeah. That's what your people at work are saying. I want to see the Lighthouse movie. Yeah, well, and that's what I think. Like Clay brings up, we got Mandalorian, Spaghetti Western. I think that's at least, I guess maybe that's also why I'm more excited with the Disney Plus shows than I am the movies. Like WandaVision was incredible because it was dealing with depression, and Falcon Winter Soldier was dealing with race and PTSD. Hawkeye, I don't know what it's dealing with yet. Miss Marvel's going to be looking up to an idol and stuff like that. Moon Knight's going to be dealing with split personality disorder. Like that's where the movies, I think that's where you get fatigued, because it's a lot more like you're going to have to fight something big, have a big climactic battle, and that's it. Where the TV shows, I think you can get different, but I don't. It's not fatigue for me yet. No, I don't think I've seen Jupiter.
That is Jupiter Ascending, I believe.
Yeah. Nice try, Jessica. She tried to dunk on him, and then he came back like Knocked Back City. Boom!
No. Well, someone said getting multiple shows to the quality of Jupiter's Legacy, so I was just copying.
That's it. Well, no, I think you're confusing them. He of
all
course
in the game. No. This is. I don't know if you mean Jupiter Ascending or Jupiter's Legacy.
Do you like Jupiter Ascending though?
I liked elements of it. The space.
Wrong
always.
answer.
Space I love. No, I didn't like Eddie Redmayne in that though.
I have to say, all in the game. Let me know if you have a Twitter, because if because sometimes I can't remember. There's another person that was on our YouTube and on Twitter that I was following, and I was like, oh shit, you're the same person. Let me know if you're following us Twitter. If not, or drop your handle. But if not, I feel like ever since you said you would cast John Cena as Bane, All in the Game has been on your tail every episode.
Oh yeah, like if we at one point, if we were like best friends, like just living it up, and then I said like one thing, and he just like what, and then we're just like friends off. He friends offed me.
Oh yeah. So I agree, and that's the problem. And I hate to say it, but with DC, when it had Squad and BVS, which was mixed, And when you have Jupiter Legacy, the things like Venom and I think Morbius and maybe Kraven, which we help, but when you get more comic movies that are generic and bad, I think that does hurt the MCU because they can be trying all this different stuff, but everybody's putting out bad stuff. It's not going to work. But I don't think we're there yet because I'd say the comic book boom really started in 2002 and we're coming on 20 years of it. So it might be coming up soon, but I think the MCU's safe as long as they have X-Men coming. I really do. I think after X-Men, that's when they're like, okay, what do you have next? Because that's the big thing that everyone wants them to get right. And they want to say, who's the new Wolverine? Who's the new Xavier? Stuff like that. I know people want them to get Fantastic Four right, but that doesn't have the same love. After X-Men, that is a worry to me of like, hey, what do you do next? You know, like, do you go and buy Warner Brothers and get Batman in there? You know, like, I don't know what you do because X-Men is the crown jewel, but X-Men, like people, you know, you might not like it, Jess, but I feel like when they do X-Men, it'll be their next phase and they'll get 10 years out of X-Men. I really do. I think they'll have 10 years. There's so many characters and stories that people will be eating it up. And then it'll be like, okay, what's next? And I don't know.
I was going to just, again, on the Eternals, I feel like something that kind of made me nervous about the trailer was these characters are supposed to be gods. And I just wasn't really getting that from this trailer. And that was something like in Captain Marvel. I think one of my favorite Captain Marvel moments was in Endgame when she showed up and just like fucked up like all the ships and everything. And it's like, oh wow, okay, this is Superman, you know, Superman level like powers. And I didn't even really get that feeling in her own movie. And I'm not saying I don't like that movie. I love that movie.
Oh, Taylor's so mad right now. He's angry jerking it. Just like...
But like that was something I was just thinking about in the trailer. I'm like,
she destroyed all those ships.
Oh my god! Never let me get to that point, guys.
Yeah.
Never get that bad. Please put me in rehab.
We are accepting sponsors now. If you want us to sponsor,
great
anger
segue.
jerking, we're here.
No pressure.
What was I saying?
You're saying they just didn't seem like gods.
Yeah, and like I feel like they really have to hit that home of like really like these guys have to feel powerful other than just having people like worship them.
Okay, but what happens then when you have some sort of villain? You have fucking, I don't know, Electro pop up and, you know, the gods are on Earth, they're hanging out. By Jamie Foxx's Electro specifically. But that's why I don't like like Captain Marvel. I liked the movie. I like it a little bit less each time I watch it. But like I do understand people's power worry, but they showed in Endgame of like, okay, she's all power, but she maybe doesn't think things through. Like she's just very like a flight risk. She acts first, thinks later, and Thanos outsmart, right? So she's okay, maybe she could be outsmarted. And I guess these characters could too. I just worry like I'm the reverse, like if these feel like gods. MCU starting with Iron Man was very science and real world based, right? Like here's a guy who was in a cave with a box of scraps, you know, all that shit. And like all the stuff like they've said like aliens, God, they've tried to make it as realistic as possible. Yes, we get to a guy with a fucking glove with stones. So yeah, we get to a certain point, but I like those to be the exception and not too much. But at the same day, I don't fucking know. We're about to get Silver Surfer, who's a dude who rides on a surfboard in space. So maybe I just need to shut the fuck up and accept it, you know?
On the game, that's a good point. I forgot about that scene.
She destroyed those warheads at the end of her own movie. She did, but that was like a snippet of it. So I get what Kirklin was saying, but yeah, that's just my worry. I just don't know where these gods will fit. But at the end of the day, hey, if this movie's not good or doesn't do well, they'll just move on and be like, you know, that was a chapter. And
they'll sell some action figures. They have awesome suits, I will say.
Do
for
they?
the ones I saw, I really liked. I think it's the blue. Ever since I saw like Bo-Katan and her crew, like the blue Mandalorian armor.
I gave Taylor shit earlier for the thumbnail he chose. He chose the.
You're
bad
giving me shit.
thing.
I didn't take that as shit. I thought you were just making a statement.
When I said you chose the horrid calendar picture of Eternals for a thumbnail,
no, what'd you say? What is your exact words? You're like, that's the image, haha. The horrid calendar one, ha ha ha. So I was like, I don't know how to interpret this.
I was just laughing of like, oh man, it's the. I think they look kind of B movie levelish a little like.
Jupiter's Legacy level,
the CW level.
Let's not go. Well, I'm not gonna go that far. The CW fucking awful shit going on sometimes, and I like some of that. Do you have anything? Let me just make sure we didn't get any questions about this. No, we did not. Did you have anything else on Eternals?
No, sir.
All in game says, but Thor's literally God. Why don't people have the same issue with him? Just Pyle and Captain Marvel read parallels because she's a woman all in the game. That's 100% it. That Thor, like that's 100%. I do think Taylor always says this. He says that Thor's just really cool looking. So no, I'm joking. He says that like Thor like built up. We had multiple movies, right? And Captain Marvel, it's like you meet her, and then boom, at the end, she's already all powerful. I do think it's kind of a woman. I do think it's because I think a lot of people don't like that movie. So in sense, you don't like the powers. I don't, like I said, don't really have a problem with it because they showed she can be outbeaten. It is going to be interesting of like I've said before, when they introduce an Avengers threat and if she's on the team, you have to get someone that can match her, right? So yeah, Scarlet Witch as well. Well, Scarlet Witch is new, right? That we've not had time. It's the same thing as Taylor did bring up. We met Scarlet Witch throughout movies, right? So you had time to get eased
and she
into.
honed her powers in too. We got to see her struggle, like in Civil War. She was struggling to control it, right? So
and she still really hasn't honed her powers. I feel like she's just starting to learn now, and I think that is the benefit of all the games.
Doing a lot of reading.
Yeah, of like she's doing tons of reading, but like when you meet these characters and you know them for 5 years, it is like the video game progression style where Captain Marvel is like you're doing New Game Plus.
Well, yeah, like the movie came out and they're like, hey, we need her to come save the day, you know?
Yeah,
Infinity War. So
all right, well, we are going to take our first ad break and then we're going to talk about Kraven the Hunter. Oh my goodness. So we'll be right back. Please listen to these ads and help support the podcast. All right, we're back. So today it was announced that this Kraven movie has been in the works for a while. This is a Sony Universe Marvel one. It is, as right now, slated for January 2023. I have to look. I don't know if there's a director attached. I thought I saw a name, but I couldn't remember. I feel like it was someone who was doing Equalizer. I don't know. I'll look into it. But it was announced today that Aaron Taylor Johnson will... No! Oh, my God.
the fuck was that?
This is why you watch the video version,
Aaron
folks.
Taylor Johnson.
What movie is this from?
Do you know Travis?
No.
I don't know, but I'm curious. No.
Fuck. Anticlimactic there. But anyways, Aaron Taylor Johnson was cast as Kraven. So
J.C. Shandor.
What is this?
that's the director, probably, right?
Oh,
Yeah. Can
Can you direct it and see? Is that I'm assuming it's a man because, of course, I had to get a man to do it. But like, what else has he done? Like, is there anything of credit that he's done? I don't know how to feel about this. I'm gonna go because I'm gonna leave Taylor last because I feel like he'll put the biggest. Oh no, he did Marjorie Call and Triple Frontier. The only
Triple Frontier. There you go. Go check out our review.
The only hope this movie has, considering Avi Arad is producing. Yeah, he's kind of a not the greatest producer at times. Yeah, check out our Triple Frontier review. I'll put it back in the feeds. No one's asking for that. One day we will. So I'll go first because I feel like I'm the most negative, and we'll end with Taylor because he's probably the most positive. I do not think Aaron Taylor Johnson is a bad actor. I don't think this, and I don't think Jared Leto's a bad actor. But this wasn't when he got cast more. I was like, oh boy. I just think that one, there's much better choices for Kraven. Now there was this report that was along with it. There was two things that he signed a multi-contract deal, so either that sequels or we're getting some fucking team up with Tom Hardy's Venom and Morbius, and like, no, what talk about comic book fatigue. I don't want those fuckers piling around, but here we are. So he signed a multiple deal contract, and the rumor was that they were aiming high with talent. And the report was Justin Kroll added to it. He said that they were thinking about Brad Pitt. They're looking at Keanu Reeves. They're looking at John David Washington or Adam Driver. But apparently his performance in this movie, Bullet Train, convinced them he needs to be our guy. So there's two things about that. Either one, I completely do not trust them at all because other than Keanu, who I've said before would not be the right choice, all those people are better choices. They're better actor than Aaron Taylor Johnson. Adam Driver right now is so much hotter, like, of course, physically, but just like his name right now, that's who you would go for. Even John David Washington, I feel like they're all better fits except for Keanu for this character. Or two, which I think it's complete bullshit. There's no way Brad Pitt was going to pull up Kraven the Hunter, especially for you, Jessica, if you don't know what he looks like. There's no way Brad Pitt was going to play fucking Kraven the Hunter. They're out of their mind. So I don't think this was real at all.
I think it's my time to jump into the MCU.
I think they were the Sony U. Remember, it's not in the MCU, right? It's with the Venom Morbius movies. So you think Brad Pitt is going to jump in there? It's different Deadpool. He had a cameo where he played the Invisible Man. Like, that's a whole different thing. He died and whoop-de-doo. I think they're just saying these big names like, oh, we could have had them, but we went with Aaron Taylor Johnson. Aaron Taylor Johnson is a good actor. My problem is when it's big budget movies, he does not show up. In Godzilla, which we did a retrospective with, he's half asleep the time.
He's in that?
What?
He was in there?
Yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson is somehow in there.
Forgettable. Yeah.
His Quicksilver is, to me, just very lackluster. So that's my worry is when he's in these big projects, he doesn't show up. He just kind of phones in. I don't know if it's on purpose thing. And again, I just don't think he is a great choice for Kraven. So Taylor, you can rebut as far as you're a big Aaron Taylor Johnson fan. I feel like you just cream your jeans over him every time we see him in something. Why do you feel he's a good fit for Kraven? I don't think you've seen anything of Kraven the Hunter as far as like animated stuff or anything, so you're just based upon you're just gonna be hyped because it's Johnson, isn't it?
My pre-existing knowledge of Kraven is non-existent. So I know that he's a character, I know that he exists, but how he acts, his mannerisms, what he's like, I mean, come on, all in the game and fill me in with your information here on this character. I'm down to know. But as far as
John Cena.
It should have been John Cena. As far as like just my excitement level, I mean, yeah, I love Aaron Taylor Johnson. So to see him pop off back in the superhero role, I'm very excited for it. This is the third superhero role that we get him in, and I mean, keep it coming. I'm down for it. So, again, that being said, we'll see how he is as Kraven the Hunter, because again, I don't know what Kraven the Hunter is like as a character, but I don't know. Like he's another Spider-Man villain, I guess. So, or Spider-Man related character. So I'm just unsure what their plan is. Like these movie deals they signed on. Is that like they got Feige to sign on for that? Like Feige, we got this great casting here, and we're gonna throw him back into the MCU with your guys. Like I don't know. That's the thing that confused me the most, is because if they're alluding to these Spider-Man characters that are significantly related to Tom Holland's universe and the MCU cinematic universe, but then they're going to have Aaron Taylor Johnson coming in as Kraven the Hunter, and now they're going to have obviously that same universe connected with him as Quicksilver, and then Quicksilver is obviously, well, non-existently a different, I don't know. Oh, well, I'm just so confuddled.
But like I said, I said to you in the private chat that they've done this before, where Gemma Chan was in Captain Marvel, and now she's in Eternals as the main.
True, but that was as I said though, for that was a very different like aesthetic. Like she was the Kree, right? She was a Kree.
Yeah, she's an alien. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean that makes it's easier said than done for that. They just like different aesthetic and costume and everything. He's human, right? I'm assuming Kraven's human.
Yeah, it's just enhancements. But he's like, look at him versus Quicksilver. They look very different. He's not gonna have like the bleach blonde hair or like the bad tracksuit. Like he's gonna be. That's the thing. Like, I know tons of girls thirst over Aaron Taylor Johnson, so I know I'm wrong in this category. I just was wanting someone older and like more. This sounds not the way I mean it, but not manly looking, but a doll. Like I feel like he just still
like
looks
Bruce
too young.
Willis.
Bruce Willis, no, not like
fan cast for Kraven Hunter.
No, that'll be a definite friends off if I pitch that with All in the Game.
Yeah, like Adam, All in the Game said Adam Driver or even Joe Manganiello would have been a good Kraven. Joe was the real pick was Jason Momoa, but he's gone. Joe is the great pick as well, but he's Deathstroke right now, but I feel like, well, it doesn't matter. They've cast Aaron Taylor Johnson. Javier Bardem like 10 years ago was the guy as well. He's perfect, but like that's the thing where I just feel like that. I don't know. I'll have to see him do it, and maybe one trailer will show me how he portrays himself as Kraven, but I just don't see Aaron Taylor Johnson as this guy.
What about Stephen Lang? Your Don't Breathe guy.
I don't. Why? Like I like Don't Breathe. You make it sound like it's my favorite film.
Guy.
yeah. You like that move? No, He's too old. He's too old. You need like a mid 40s guy.
I like when I was younger, I always wanted Antonio Banderas. I feel like he would have been great.
Get him back.
Javier Bardem as well.
Get him back. Where'd he go?
Yes, I don't know if he's been acting lately. Get him back in the scene.
And like they're all pretty much old picks, but yeah, I had like even Mads. I think he would have been like awesome.
He put on a lot of muscle though. Yeah. He chose
and
Fantastic
Joe,
Beasts.
the original Flash. Yeah, there you go.
Flash Thompson. Yeah.
You don't want to fight me.
Yeah, and it's good you asked that because Maddie for our Patreon asked, he said, who would she be cast as Kraven? And then he added, if the Eric Taylor Johnson news is actually true, I might throw up. So Maddie, our Patreon,
I figured that was Maddie.
yeah, who you can see on After 9 was not a fan of that. So, Jessica, I'm sure you looked at a few pictures of Kraven. Obviously, you have nothing to go on, but does this interest you as far as he is like a jungle big game hunter, like, and he eventually decides in the comic books he goes, I'm gonna hunt Spider-Man because like I want a challenge. We don't think Spider-Man will be in this film, so does this interest you at all, or is this one of these like, oh, insta skip?
We talked about this before, correct?
Yeah, with Keanu was rumored months ago. Yeah,
okay, because I remember looking him up before. I have no idea who this Aaron Taylor Johnson is, so you posted that in the chat, in the GV chat, and Taylor was freaking the fudge out, like super excited, and you're just like, I have no excitement for this, and neither does the internet. And I'm sitting here like, what has this guy even been in? So, because I remembered Kraven, and so I had to go and look up actually who Aaron Taylor Johnson was over Kraven the Hunter this time.
Wow, he's been in Kick-Ass, you know.
Yeah,
obviously, you see that now.
I didn't like Kick-Ass, so that was
Oof.
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it once. Never watched the second one.
So that means like in the first season of Gauntlet, whenever Taylor dressed up as Kick-Ass, Jessica's like, "Oh fuck this dude!" Like wearing his Kick-Ass costume.
She didn't even know who I was. Like, I'm like, I'm Aaron Taylor Johnson. She's like, who's that?
Family Clay said, which version of Juan Johnson play Ultimate or Kraven's Last Hunt? You got to go Kraven's Last Hunt. Ultimate, I feel like it could be fun, but that's where he like starts off as like a fake reality show guy, and then he eventually gets powers. You could do that, but I feel like they'll go Kraven Last Hunt, who's like a hunter and wants to, you know, take over big game. And I don't, again, you even saying Kraven's Last Hunt without Spider-Man, it's just like, ugh, it's just like, I don't know. It's just.
We'll have Venom, right? That's a ultimate hunt.
And Carnage.
Some people have said, and we could do that. Some people have said that's what he will. They'll change it. They'll have him hunt Venom instead of Spider-Man, which, okay, sure.
I want to see the symbiote suit take over Kraven. I've seen images of that. Oh. I want that.
Anytime the symbiote could take over Aunt May, and you're like, fuck yeah, man, looking good. Keanu should only play Johnny Blaze. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, never watched the second Kick-Ass. Yeah, it's not great all in game. It's not great.
So is that the assumption then right now, is if there's no Spider-Man, it's going to be interaction with Venom for this movie?
I don't think that I don't fucking know.
What else is there if this guy just is a big game hunter? That seems like a very small piece to be able to base.
Maybe he's hunting vampires.
Morbius. I think what they'll do is they'll like get him in Africa or some made up place, and he'll start as like a regular guy who's like a tracker or like helping some tribe, and then there'll be some evil bad guy or something like that, and he'll be fighting people. So I think they'll start off that way. And
the movie starts that way, I'm just gonna shake my head.
It's gonna look at the way Morbius has started. He's a guy who's like all like crippled up, and he's just like, I'm trying to find a cure for my disease, and he's like all sick. Like it's every movie you've seen before. Even Venom was like, look, there's an alien craft. Like that was a weird way to put your hand up, Taylor. You literally was like buying it. I thought he had to go. Like these are the, like I said, the early 2000 comic book movies. So it will be him in a tribe, him doing stuff. He'll get like, you know, this will happen. He'll get fatally injured, and they'll be like, the only way to save him is give him this potion, and then he'll wake up and be like, oh, and then like there'll be some sort of news thing that he sees in the end credit, like I gotta go to New York. I don't know. Like that's what's gonna happen. I think when you sign multiple deals, they kind of just do that in general, but I think they could set him up and then do some sort of crossover down the line. That's what I think the plan is.
I think the whole movie could take place in a foreign country, eh? That's
yeah, well, in a studio backlot on a green screen. That's a foreign
New
country.
Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah, but I could see it taking place in a whole different country. I could. If like his character does a lot of that, so it's one of those things like lots of people complain about the first Thor. It's like you see 15 minutes of Asgard and then he's on Earth the whole time. It's like, do you want 5 minutes of him in Africa like a hunter, and then he's in New York just taking out random criminals, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I always thought it was kind of funny just seeing this like Tarzan looking dude just in New York. It's just kind of stuck out like a sore thumb. So it could be fun seeing him hunting his natural hunting grounds, kind of like a predator type feel. Taylor, there you go.
Oh, Taylor, you had your mime hands up.
I did, yeah. So when Kirklin mentioned and you guys talked about like the symbiote and anything, I just quickly gave it a Google because I knew that the symbiote at some point latches onto the Ghost Rider, but I didn't know that it was the Red Hulk, Ghost Rider, and symbiote combined. Like that
Look at
is
that
like that. Yeah,
Who is
that's
on
a
the
big
handlebars?
fight.
Is
Yeah,
that
who
like
is
his
on the
little-
handlebars? Is that
little
Loki?
boy
I
toy?
don't know.
That's Kid Loki, right?
I don't think that's good
I don't
looking.
think that's good
That's some great shit. It's so funny, like just the things they've done in comic books, like Red Hulk with the Ghost Rider powers having the Venom symbiote. Like, are you kidding me?
That's like
Oh my god!
unstoppable. That's a god.
No, Eternals will take him out one snap of the finger and he's done.
He's the villain in Eternals. That's where you get your Ghost Rider.
Everybody will be cheering him, not the Eternals. Okay. Any other thoughts on Aaron Taylor Johnson as Kraven the Last Hunter or whatever, the Kraven the Hunter? People have a theory too that because he signed a multiple contract that maybe we'll see him before.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think he's been in. And there were rumors that before they did the multiverse thing, Kraven was going to be the villain in Spider-Man 3. And it's tough because if we get Tobey and Andrew, I won't take it back. But I do think they set up that perfectly as far as Spider-Man's a wanted character, and that would send Kraven almost like an anti-hero to go to New York and be like, okay, let's go fuck up Spider-Man. He killed all these innocent people, right? But I feel like they're gonna fix that really quickly and just be like, here's Toby, here's Andrew, and I'm gonna eat up like a fucking like just like a mark. Oh yeah.
Just a glutton.
Well, there we go. Aaron Taylor Johnson, best of luck to you. You know what is really good? Not to say that Taylor Johnson is no, that's coming. That's even better. But no, what's really good is this trailer last night in Soho, because this is a movie that I had heard about. I like Edgar Wright's films, and I was like, okay, you know, I heard the log line, and I was like, okay, that seems good enough, but let's see. Baby Driver to me is my favorite movie that he's ever done. So this trailer, I was like, okay. And I've said this before, Anna Taylor Johnson. Oh no, fuck. Anna Taylor Joy. Anna Taylor Joy, I got her in the top 10 best actresses right now. She's just phenomenal. So I was like, okay, I was at least interested in this. This trailer to me is when a director comes out and throws their dick or their whatever they got going on the table, and they're just like, look at what I've become. And this is like Edgar Wright evolving into like, man, look at the director he is now. This thing looks incredible, and this movie, people can call me all this stuff about all I love is just comic book movies, this and that. This is now, I think I've been thinking about all day. I think it's my most anticipated movie. And here someone can say something other than Spider-Man, but that's just purely for Toby. That's just for Toby. Put that aside, take Toby out of it. No, Spider-Man drops. This
I'm so lost right now. What are you trying to say?
Most anticipated movie. Keep up, kid. You know?
You listen to our Saw Retro.
I loved this trailer so much. The visuals, the score, having her sing it. And Mackenzie Thomas is fantastic. I'm sure none of you have seen Jojo Rabbit, but Jojo Rabbit, she was a breakout star, and that movie is phenomenal. So Matt Smith is good. And I love this idea of it, like we were talking about in our chat. Is it like a Fight Club thing, or is it like a possession thing? Because they mentioned ghosts. Is it like a time travel movie? I don't know, but it just looks so trippy. And I haven't made the decision yet, but I think I'm going to use this as and you guys could watch, but I think I'm going to use this as I don't think I need to see anymore. I think when another trailer comes out, I don't think I'll watch it, and I might just, because we did that for Get Out, and I don't think we did that last year because there was no trailer.
I did not follow that rule and Get Out. I watched.
You
that
did not.
trailer
I still haven't
numerous
seen the
times.
Get Out trailer. Still haven't.
You should watch it. It's really good.
I should. I got to watch that. And Prost Young Woman.
You did
trailer,
that
'cause
for
I
The
haven't.
Uninvited, didn't you? Or was that just Dylan?
What the fuck is The Uninvited?
What is The Uninvited?
Oh, us. Sorry.
Oh, us. Yeah. No. So you're right.
The Uninvited.
That's what I meant. Yeah, us. No, The Uninvited.
That title could work for us, you know, The Uninvited, because they weren't invited. No, you're right. We did it for us, not Get Out, because Get Out showed so much. And that's my worry of like, this trailer to me is a perfect trailer. If they do another one, is it going to show me too much? Is it going to show me, oh, this is what's going on? Or this, like Invisible Man, Taylor, we complain about that, where at first they're like, oh, is she crazy? Or is it an actual Invisible Man? And then we got a trailer, it's like, no, it's the fucking Invisible Man. It's like,
I still
oh,
haven't
okay.
seen that trailer. And
Yeah,
I
good. Yeah,
fucking love that movie. Oh.
Yeah, and that's where for this, I don't want that of like, what's going on? And it's just like, you've been possessed by a demon and her name's Joy and she's coming to get. I don't want all the exposition. I don't want that stuff. So, but this trailer, like I said, beautiful. Just oh my god, like the visuals, the hands making through the grass, like her changing the characters, and like it's just there's that like so many shots like when they're dancing and he like flips her around, and when she flips, she turns into Mackenzie Thomas. That one shot, which is crazy good, when she's making out with that dude, and there's like the mirror, and the dude's also making out with her, and it's like a whole split scenario. Like, goddamn, this trailer, like I could not believe what I was watching, and I'm so hyped for this trailer.
I'm definitely using that where I'm not watching the trailer, because I did watch the trailer once, but I had no audio. And when I was watching, I'm like, this is so visually beautiful. I don't need any more to get me hyped for this movie. This is like the opposite of what the Eternals had. I watched this trailer with no music, no sound or anything, and I'm just hyped because visually it looked amazing and it looked mind trippy, and it just got me hyped. So I definitely am not going to be looking into anything about this movie. I'm just going to watch it when it comes out. Is it Netflix? I think
No, it's going to be theaters in October.
I think just like the visuals are reminding me of Netflix for some reason. I'm like, oh, Netflix original. There you go. But anyways, yeah, it's hyped. And nobody
Taylor,
else cares.
Jessica? No, they don't care. They fucking hated it.
Ladies first.
Who was the other girl that you were saying?
Mackenzie Thomas, I think her name is. She was in. I've only seen her one thing, Jojo Rabbit, but she was incredible. That movie was Taika Waititi. He won an Oscar for screenplay. That movie is just like, oh my god, so funny, so heartbreaking. I recommend everybody, if you like Taika's work. Like, even if you don't, I feel like, because lots of people go, oh, Thor's too funny. I feel like this is a good balance because you have lots of funniness in there, but there's just one moment. All I'll say is the shoes moment. And if you've seen this movie, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. And man, it wrecks you. It wrecks you so hard. And that's where it's like, man, Taika can play. He can go. So, yeah.
Yeah, she apparently was also in The Hobbit, The Battle of Five Armies. But other than that,
all right.
doesn't look like
Taylor, who should play Taylor?
No, I did this after I said it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He's working on all his hand gestures tonight.
So yeah, I'm in the same boat with you guys. So I started watching it just in like the Facebook chat, and then after a couple seconds, I was like, "Nah, this deserves full screen." So I went and restarted it and like an actual proper watch, and I am so excited for this. It's not quite horror. It's not quite just thriller. It's kind of this cool mixture of like what exactly is going on. Super. I just, like you said, visually appealing. Like some of those scenes where seeing the Anna Taylor-Joy in one kind of the mirror, or in reality, and the other version kind of split in some way. But then, it also gets to the point where exactly that, her character's starting to change, and then she thinks she's seeing Anya's character in present day and things like that. So it's starting to be like, is she slipping, or is she seeing things? Like, what exactly is happening? And there's just, looking at some of the cast too, like we got Matt Smith is in there as well.
There's somebody else too.
So you guys won't care about this one, but I'm interested to see. We got Oliver Phillips and James Phelps from Harry Potter, the twins. So there's going to be some kind of like, obviously,
twin fuckery.
Yeah, exactly. That's my favorite. So yeah. I am honestly anything with a good mindfuck, a good twist ending that you can't see coming, and I feel like this movie's going to have that, especially knowing, like you said, who the director is. I think that you can go into this one with pretty high hopes.
And All in Game points out her name is Thompson Mackenzie. I just flipped my head, Mackenzie Thomas. So there you go. Yeah, she was great in JoJo. Very, very good. So what about you, Taylor?
It's coming out really quickly too, right?
Well, yeah. This is the same thing. Another thing, I think it's been done for a while. Was scheduled for, I think, last year, and they obviously pushed it back. So it's there is going to be so many movies in the fall because we got front load. Like, speaking about Marvel movies, from July to December, there's 4 Marvel movies, which is nuts. But it's like all these movies got delayed, and now they got to come out, right? So we're going to get backloaded with just a bunch of stuff. Like, look, already, like we talked about, it's like, what is next? It's Quiet Place this week, then Conjuring, and then Fast and Furious. It's just gonna go boom, boom, boom. So it's gonna be a good time to be back at the movies. Hopefully they're open. Taylor, Phil, are you excited for this? I still remember Baby Driver as one of my favorite moments. Is Taylor had seen Baby Driver and he was sitting outside of our theater, and I and Emily were about to go see it. And I walked up to him and I did the classic Step Brothers thing where he said, I went, "Hey, you want to suck some dick?" And he didn't know it was me. I can't remember behind him. I scared him. It's one of my favorite things in Step Brothers when it's Catherine Hahn and like John C. Reilly's at the urinal and she covers his eyes and says, "You want to suck some dick?"
He covers his eyes?
No, I didn't do that. I didn't like.
No,
he
approached me. I'll never forget that. Yeah, I was sitting down. I don't know why I was sitting down after watching a movie. Just taking it in. Just taking it in. Yeah, is that good?
Or kick-assed you or something.
Yeah, then this man comes up behind me and says, "You want to suck some dick?"
It would have been so much funnier if you just ran. You just sprinted in the other direction.
Yeah.
Get out, run.
So Taylor, are you going to be sitting in the theater and soaking this one in come October?
I think so. It's it's Halloween
so unappeal
time.
with my transition. I think so, and I just love that this is a think so.
It's Halloween time. I mean, how can I not be at the spooky season, spooky films? It's just I love the aesthetic. It's just that this film was it was awesome. And again, I'm probably with you. I'm not going to watch another trailer. I don't think I need to. I think that
it's settled. We got it.
Settled,
this is our 2021. We're not watching it anymore. Sorry.
Oh
folks.
yeah, like 100%. The vibes I was getting from this was like some puppeteering kind of action going on. Like just you're right. Like ghosts, internal mind breakdown stuff. Like I don't know what's going on, but there's a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. I just think that movies in the cinema, they need to be the thing that sells me on a movie.
Scorsese. Movies in the cinema.
It's like coffee movies, they're just not cinema these days.
Yeah, Eternals, that's not cinema.
The thing that I need in a movie these days, and just in general, is like I feel like anyone could just like whip together a movie. But I mean, to do a film,
Taylor, we are about to make a movie next year, and you are gonna learn the hard way that no, you cannot fucking whip together a movie. It is one of the hardest things ever. If someone has a half movie made together, fuck, movies are tough to make.
To start a film off and to just kind of go the route of just general character or whatever mumbo jumbo, that's fine, works in a movie. But I think to really sell me on a movie in a theater is to do stuff that you don't get and you don't get to see in everyday life. I can't look out into the bedroom and see Madison next to the mirror and see a different woman like in that scenario. That's what the movie has. I can't look out my window and see Bumblebee and Optimus Prime swinging around, or I can't look up the tree and see a Predator. It's just all that kind of stuff.
Some places you can't.
It depends where you go. But like these are things you can't see in real life.
You want to suck some dick?
These are things that I love to see in a movie. So because it's the craziness, the awesomeness, the action. So I mean, yeah, this movie has that. It has that hands coming up through the floor. I mean, that's not happened to me on a daily basis. So I mean, it could.
That's a clip of me that gets cut out in 2 years and how I get canceled. Look, he made this joke about predators. It's all right. Just calm down, everyone. Is he high? I don't know which one you're talking about, Taylor. He's just high on life. All in the game asked earlier, which unassigned movie franchise would you relatively more hands-off Marvel give Edgar Wright the keys to? So I think he's inferring that, or he's talking referencing that he was going to direct the first Ant-Man, and then also because Marvel happened, shit's gone. I don't know what there's. Like, if you're asking me in like a what if scenario of like, no matter what, he has no studio over him, then I would say give him Ant-Man again. I know Ant-Man's gone so long, but it's like clear that's a movie he wanted to do. Maybe he wouldn't want to do it anymore. But as far as other franchises, I don't know. Like, he would never make a Star Wars film. I don't think he'd want to play in that sandbox. DC, maybe there's a character. I honestly think the best fit would be for him is like Sony. Like that's a Marvel film I would get like excited for if he were to do something in the Sony universe, like a Spider-Gwen movie or something like that. But for franchises, I don't know. Seeing how this trailer went, give him Nightmare on Elm Street. That's what I want. It's coming on fucking 10 years or 11 years, and I still got a new Nightmare on Elm Street. Like what the fuck's going on. So that would be my answer, because I did not expect this horror from him. So yeah, we're watching no more trailers. It's been decided.
But one thing, I don't know if any of you have ever taken the time, but slash movie details on Reddit, Baby Driver has absolutely so many. And that's, I think, one reason that I'm so excited for this is just I feel like this movie is going to have a lot of rewatchability. You know, once you watch it and you kind of know what's happening, to be able to go back and watch for all these little Easter eggs and hints and twists and things like that. I don't know. I'm excited for this movie. Just everyone's already said it, but
yeah, I definitely think it'll it's just got the vibes. Again, I didn't really consume the trailer, so I'm kind of going into it open. But just from what I've seen, I feel like this is a type of movie that I'll just like the more I watch it. Because like you said, there'll just be little things that I miss on second, third watch rounds. I'll be like, holy shit, I missed that part. But
or the only thing it has as a potential risk is that we're so hyped for it that like the movie is a disappointment just because we get overhyped.
What if this is like the worst movie of the year and then Eternals is the best movie of the year? We'll look back on this episode.
Yeah. You'll be like, why do I listen to GeekVerse? They know nothing. Look at what they got excited for.
I'll unsubscribe.
Yeah. That's the only thing that that's why another trailer I think will help me as far as, okay, I'll put it in my back of my mind, just know I'm really excited for that movie and get there. Because you also, if there's some big twist, you have that potential of M. Night Shyamalan in it where you're like, oh, that was the twist. That sucks. You know, like that's the only risk I'd say. But I trust Edgar Wright. I think he's going to do some good stuff here. So we're going to take our second ad break, and then we're going to do a rapid fire talking about some of these trailers because we got trailer madness going on, trailers going on. So we'll be right back. And we're back. Taylor Phil, you can start. Tomorrow coming out July, I think it said 10th or something on Amazon. And I will
July 1st, I think.
That sounds about right. On Canada Day. So that's perfect for us. Everyone on Canada Day, we're gonna get together. But Taylor, what did you think about this one?
Well, maybe it is July 23rd. I thought the trailer said July 1st.
We're all over the place with these dates.
July 2nd.
Another date to add to the mix.
Of 2025.
No. This trailer, like, I had no idea what was going to happen with this movie storyline. No idea what to expect. And again, I'm writing off a lot of Chris Pratt hype right now. I'm just wrapping up Parks and Recreation. I love Chris Pratt in that series, but it's the trailer just had me so excited. I don't even know where to begin with this film. Like it's giving me like Edge of Tomorrow vibes, but just a whole different concept, but just still within the same realm of that aesthetic sort of. So I love the idea of them coming from the future, 11 months, Earth is going to be wiped out. Or all humans on Earth are gonna be wiped out, and they got to recruit people from the past to fight in the future. I love that idea so much. Like, there's aliens in it. Oh man, that speaks to my heart. You throw aliens in a movie, then I'm all ears, and all eyes. It's just Chris Pratt looks fantastic in this film, and you got what was his name from the Daily Bugle, J. Jonah Jameson.
Yes. J.K. Simmons.
That's the one. Yeah, J.K. Simmons is sporting a massive beard, growing it for, I'm suing Spider-Man 3.
Is it his contract? I'll be in Tomorrowland, but I'm growing this beard for JJ.
Tomorrow, not Tomorrowland.
That was a different movie, George Clooney.
Fuck, whatever this is.
I like that Taylor turned into Travis there for a second. Just the insta set that was Tomorrowland with George Clooney, and then went on to back to his thing.
Oh, a good movie. Excited.
Jessica, you excited for this?
Oh, okay. Ladies first. I get it.
Yeah, of course. Ladies first.
I agree. When I first started it, I didn't realize it was a standalone. I did think it was related to that other one that Taylor.
A direct sequel. Direct sequel.
Not a direct sequel.
Tomorrowland, Tomorrow War.
Yeah, Tomorrowland, that one. I don't know. I don't really feel one way or another. Like, I'm excited to see it in the sense that, if done well, aliens and time travel are fun to watch. But I didn't necessarily feel sucked into this trailer to the point where it's like, whatever day it's released, I'll be on Amazon Prime, hanging refreshed, waiting for it to drop. But if barring availability, I for sure would watch it and review it with you guys.
Would you travel into the future to save the past? No. In 11 months from now, you're being drafted. You wouldn't do it?
No.
You might not have a choice if you're being drafted. That's what the trailer made it sound like, right? Because if he didn't go, they're going to take the wife.
Pregnant moms. Yeah.
If he didn't go, they would take the wife would be the soldier.
Well, he has a line like that, doesn't he? He's like, if I don't go, they'll draft you. And I don't think he was talking to his little kid.
Well, I thought they would draft the kid next. I
talking
thought.
to JJ.
I mean,
J.
generally
Jameson.
in war is...
Oh, that JJ.
Yeah, generally
just
in war,
JJ Abrams has a
men.
supporting role in this movie. Go ahead.
What were you
Jessica.
saying, Jessica? Generally in war.
I just generally in war it's men. So I mean, I don't really. If they want to take Matt, they can go ahead. Sorry, Matt.
Oh
Wow.
You
What
hear
if
that,
Matt? What if Matt doesn't go? What if they have to take your son?
Oh,
The
they're
people
gonna
just
take a
show up.
2-year-old.
The
They're
people
gonna
just.
take a 2-year-old. Come on, here, Kai, take this semi-automatic and go fight some aliens.
Matt's just
Hey,
like, can you just go out and grab the newspaper? And he walks over right as she gets out. And this van just pulls up like, you've been drafted, Jessica.
They come up and realize I'm pregnant. And they're like, oh shit, yeah, 2 for 1. Take her.
Hopefully we can train him in the future to be a soldier.
in the past?
What? Well,
In the past. Are they going in the past? Or they're going
What?
to the future to save the past?
They're going
Yeah.
to yes.
Or are they going to
So-
the future to save the present?
Kirkland didn't understand this trailer clearly.
They're going.
I had the audio off.
Oh my god.
The future is losing a war, so they get people from the past to come to the future to fight the war that they're losing.
Hell yeah.
This is like 5 out of 10 idea, but I will definitely watch this movie because
5
I have
out of
Prime.
10.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty lame idea.
What have they done it before? Could you
I
come
don't
up with this
care.
idea?
I don't care. I don't give a shit. It sucks. That's my opinion. I'm allowed to have my opinion.
Do you like Chris Pratt?
Stupid concept. I do like Chris Pratt. So there you go. I
should
will
love
watch
this movie.
I was gonna say 5 out of 10 idea, but like casting's pretty good. I got J.K. Simmons in there, I got Chris Pratt, some other people I recognize, but I don't know their names. So
5 out of
I got
10.
Prime,
I
so
feel
I'll
like
watch
that's
it.
harsh.
It's
Yeah,
supposed
no,
to be. I don't
no,
like
you know
it.
what you need to do is fucking watch Invincible already. All these people have no taste. They're not watching.
I think he needs to
Invincible.
watch the trailer with the audio on. I think that would bump it at least by 3 points.
Yeah, that would help. That would definitely help. But well, some of the jokes.
It
were a
just
little
reminded
meh.
me of like 3 other movies with this. One was with Tom Cruise. One was
That was different.
with. But
They
it's
weren't
just what it
recruiting
reminded me
soldiers.
of it. So I wasn't like hyped on it. It was
No
Yeah.
exosuits in this one.
probably less than Eternals. Honestly, this trailer that I saw.
Just fucking watch Invincible already, okay? It's
Yes,
been out.
I'll
It's
do
the whole. You say that, and you're not
Let's
gonna.
do a
You're not gonna
review.
finish it.
Let's do a
What?
review. Let's do a review.
If that makes
Finishing
you
video
finish
games
it,
is bleeding into shows now.
yeah, it is. Soon he's just gonna start halfway walking out through movies, be like, "Oh, I'm
I
done."
mean, yeah, I do that. I don't finish shows.
Betty
I like it.
Gliplin will probably be the best thing coming out of this movie. All in the Game says Betty Gliplin is the fucking bomb, and Glow was phenomenal. And I liked All in the Game. You may know what the hell was that movie she did about the political killings and whatnot. It was like they would like hunt down the right. They would like kidnap them and put them in like a Hunger Games situation, like right. I mean, as far as politically slanted, and like hunted them down and
The Hunt.
Shit. The Hunt. Thank you very much. Did you understand that, or did you search that up?
Quick Google.
Okay. What did
Ask
you Google
Jeeves.
to get that?
Betty Gilpin.
Oh, and it just came up. Okay, yeah. Check out. I have a Hunt review there. I really like this trailer. I agree with Kirkland. The idea has been done, but still, I like
Would
the
you, would you
idea.
give a 5 out of 10 though?
No,
For the idea.
for the idea, I'm like a high 7. I like it as
Okay.
far as okay, we were fighting a war in the future. We were just fighting a war. humans are near extinction. We have no soldiers to fight these people. So what are we gonna do with these aliens? We're gonna go from the past and pluck them. I like, okay, that's really cool. The aliens, I'm not sure if they need to show that. I hope they look a little bit better. That's intriguing. There's some cool visuals. The humor to me was like the weakest part of this, but that's gonna be Chris Pratt, and his jokes are gonna be hit or miss. I do like Chris Pratt. Yes, as of late, he has some very public political possible views, but like as separating the art from the artist.
Reviews. Is he reviewing like political speeches?
Everyone, yeah, he just reviews The Hunt every week.
Just drunk and just shits all over like some politician.
Yeah,
I'd watch that.
But I did like the idea, so I am in, and I'm very excited, and I will work this in right now. We have this as a topic, but we bumped because we had so much news. But Garrett, one of our patrons, asked, "What do we think about the Amazon buying the MGM thing?" And I think it's interesting because Amazon, I think they said something like this purchase is going to get them 4,000 movies and 1,700 TV shows. Amazon is, I don't want to say notorious, but they have a fucking shit ass menu if you're using it on a TV browser, but two,
not a good.
They don't have the biggest backlog. They really don't. Yeah, they do like Netflix where they rent some movies and stuff like that. But as far as movies they own, now they have like Wizard of the Oz, the Rocky franchise, the entire Bond series, RoboCop. If you go to Variety, they have like a whole list of them. But it's interesting. I did like that the producers of Bond said that the movies were going to stay theatrical because yes, they have Bond, but the Broccolis who own Bond have a bigger percentage, so they still get to pick everything. So I like that. Bond to me needs to be in theaters. That's one of those experiences that I wouldn't want on TV, Amazon. No, that needs to be theaters. I'm happy it's sticking, but I'm excited to see what they could do. It's Amazon making moves. I'll say that, and especially with what was it? It does have a shitty UI. With The Boys, with Invincible, that Taylor Kirklin was never going to finish because he's a coward, but it's one of the best shows out there. They are, again, some great quality. The Lord of the Rings show I'm worried about, but if they knock that out of the park, I'd be very excited for a RoboCop TV show or something like that. So I'm not sure if you guys had any thoughts on Amazon buying MGM.
It's just crazy to see big companies buying other big companies.
8.9 billion.
Trying to picture what that means cash wise. 7 billion.
It means someone will buy us eventually. We're a big company.
There you go. Feige will scoop us up.
I said on Twitter 1 billion, and we're theirs. Whoever they want, 1 billion, and we'll sign up.
Yes, I signed that.
Yes,
but yeah, other than just getting more properties on Prime Video, that's pretty cool. I don't know, pretty indifferent.
I don't watch movies, so
no, yeah. And Taylor, anything that excites you from MGM, or you just?
I fucking love the Wizard of Oz.
Just one. Who would you choose? Who's your Wizard of Oz?
Like character wise, who's my go-to?
What the fuck was that question? Just one?
Because he said I love a Wizard of Oz.
Oh, okay.
I'm asking which interpretation does he like?
There's a horrible, I don't even know if it was a play version sequel. We won't get into that, but no, just the original one,
the Wiz
classic goes the Wiz.
Yeah, the Wiz.
You mean the Oz, the
prequel?
No, I mean the Wiz.
I don't know about the Wiz. The prequel, The Great and Powerful Oz, I actually really do enjoy that film. I think it's fun and colorful. But no, the original, The Wizard of Oz, really like that movie. Yeah, so that going on Amazon Prime, that's hype. Look
it up right now. The Wiz. Do a screen share after you got a chance. I'm pretty sure. What is it? It was Dorothy, a 24-year-old kindergarten teacher. I think it's with a fuck. It's a black cast, and it was a black version of that. Travis loves it. Well, yeah, of course, because Michael Jackson was the Scarecrow, and anything I love with that sex criminal Michael Jackson is always interesting because you watch this man and you go, oh, something's not right here, but I love this fucking guy's music. But yeah, that's The Wiz. Yeah.
What?
This is a movie that exists. So I did like Oz, Great and Powerful. That was a movie I would put on to fall asleep almost every night for a while. Sam Raimi directed that. It was great. But now, yeah. But now, again, watch the video version, folks. And then onto the screen, it's just his
perfect in sync. We're all just suck some dick.
Yeah. And then when you turn the screen off, he's just sitting there normal. But I don't know where the fuck we were talking about. This has been a loopy cast. I don't know why. I don't know how it started. It's probably the rant at the beginning. Everyone's fired up. Yeah, so there you go, Garrett. Those are our thoughts. I will be interested to see what they do with Bond. I hope they don't be like Bond theatrical, but then we're gonna do like 10 spin-offs on Amazon, be like about Q and M. Like, I don't know if I need that, but Amazon's making moves. You know who's making moves is these people stuck in these damn fucking escape rooms again. Because boy, it's tough to be in an escape room. I'll start off Maddie's question. He said, "What were GF's overall thoughts of the first escape room and reaction to the sequel?" I actually enjoyed it for what it was. Definitely check out the sequel. We'll definitely check out the sequel. Yeah, you can go to our review we did. I don't know if it's still in the feed, but that we did a full thing with me, Taylor, and Dylan. I really liked it because it scratched, and I think Maddie, you're probably the same. It scratched the Saw itch when we had no Saw, and I feel like it was a better Saw than Jigsaw at least. So I liked it. This one, like, there was some rooms in the first movie that I was like, okay, this is like almost a bit too much as far as believability. This one even more so. It's just fucking going ham with some of these, like this quicksand room and like the entire New York City made out of like a hologram. Like, this is looking like, okay, why don't they just fucking kill these people? You know, like when they are trying to get rid of, like, they don't want us find them, just take a gun and shoot them. Like, it's very strange, but I don't know if I like this idea of it's a contest of champions, or tournament of champions, whatever it's called. Like, it's kind of fun, like bring back the winners, but it's just like I feel like maybe you should do that for a third. I don't know if there'll be a third, but it's like we only know the first two. But I'll be there because I liked the first one. What about you, Taylor?
Yeah, I mean, it has very much Saw vibes to it, of course, but at the same time, I just feel like it's a fun upgrade from the first one. Judging by the trailer, it looks like, at least how I'm gonna state is that they don't get on the plane. I feel like there's a quick scene where they turn around. It looked like they didn't go on. I feel like they're gonna like show the plane go down or something like that, but I don't think they get on the plane. Continuing with those characters, which is good. I like the direct sequelness to that, and some of the traps, like, definitely an upgrade. I don't think they would just go and kill them with a gun because they have rich people paying to view this stuff, right? I mean, it's like, why would you just pay someone for like the best 5 seconds of your life when you could just pay them even more and have like the best like hour of your life or 2 hours of your life?
Well, I just mean the two main characters specifically from the last movie who are like, we're going to expose who this is. Like, they are actively trying to find out the people, right? Those are two people you should just take to the woodshed and put them out of their misery.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Because, I mean, you have other survivors, as we learn, but you have those two people who are, I guess, trying to expose you, I guess. But you want to set them up to fail, I guess, in this sense. But, like, if I went through that whole experience, there's no way I would ever put myself in an enclosed area, especially going underground. I mean, just no.
So your whole life, how do you go places then if you'll never go in a room that's enclosed?
I would... Well, I'm assuming that if they have somehow access to change my house and everything, that I'm shit out of luck. But I mean, I would never take like a vehicle that I'm not piloting or controlling.
Okay, but like they just went on like this subway, like the plane. Like, what about your job? You know, stuff like that. Like, you're gonna go to multiple places.
On my job, I'm gonna go to multiple places because I don't go to multiple places for my job.
All right. That's fair enough.
So you're excited, Travis.
Yeah. I'm just gonna give up now. So you're excited for the second one? We'll be checking it out. This, I think they said it's July. So again, that's coming up soon. I don't know how that movie's gonna do in the summer, to be honest, but
we'll review it together.
Will we? I feel like you're gonna be a little busy.
Not for Escape Room 2, Tournament of Champions.
Fuck. Jessica, I'm not sure. Did you ever see the first one?
I did not. So I just looked now. It's on Netflix, so I will check it out because I'm, like you said, Saw vibes. I'm totally into that. I watched this trailer not knowing. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's Escape Room 2, but not knowing what exactly I was going to be watching. And I'm always down for, like I said, those kind of mind-bending, trying to figure out the things before the characters do. I will agree that some of it definitely seemed far-fetched. You know, they come out of the sewer vent and all of a sudden the whole room like tweaks out and they're not in the sewer. And and someone's in a taxi and the taxi floor drops out. And then
There's a lot of money invested in these traps.
Oh yeah, they're fucking
gonna be-
Mysterio.
They're gonna be in the plane, and then all of a sudden the floor drops, and then they fall into another room. It's not actually a plane.
There's stuff
So
like that in
then-
the first one. Yeah,
Oh
so
dear.
is this similar to the first one? Things are
Yeah.
just this
the
like,
first
over
one's
the top.
the first one's smaller, but there is one thing I'll say, and I think Taylor would agree. That's maybe like there's like something to do with being cold. That was like, I don't know if this could actually work. Like it was just like, but you just do it because like it's escape room. So there's some like I would say non-believable rooms. So
Well, I'll definitely check out the first one, and then I don't know. July is pretty quick. If it's a straight to, streaming service, probably watch it. I'm not interested enough to risk going out and our slight reopening to go see this in theaters, though.
I think you might be a little busy in July too. So
Yes.
yeah. Taylor's done. He just walked out of this cast. He's like, ugh, whatever. Yeah, I'm in an enclosed room. Kirklin, you have no interest in this, do you? Because you don't like Saw.
No.
So I feel like you wouldn't like this.
No, not really. Yeah, I mean, no. I don't want to say never. I might watch this. I'd probably watch this before Saw. But just like being like an outsider, not knowing anything about the show, I feel like they showed an awful lot in this trailer.
Yeah.
I feel like, that moment when they like get up to New York City and then it turns to a hologram, I feel like that has a lot of potential for like a holy shit, like almost what's that movie? I think it's 1408 with John Cusack.
Yeah.
And he's like thinks that he escapes hell, spoiler alert, and then he's in like the mailroom, and then all of a sudden they tear down the walls.
Yeah.
That was like holy fuck, like it raised the hair on my skin when I watched that scene. I feel like that could have been a similar scene, but then I watched it already, and
I agree 100%.
like
That's
when they're on the
definitely near the
subway,
end.
yeah. I'm like, when they're in the subway, they just like solve the trap. It's like, okay, well, I know I'm gonna have to rewatch that when I see the movie. I probably won't, but still, I just thought it showed an awful lot.
I agree 100%, but I guess they feel maybe they gotta that sells it because people will be like, what else do they do? But then when they watch, it's like, oh, this is all they do. And like, but yeah, that New York thing that did bug me. It was like it was clever, but it's like fun to see, but it's like that's definitely near the end of the movie, and they're gonna. In the theater, you'll know, okay, this isn't New York because I saw us in the trailer. That's just a hologram, So
It is New York. That's the twist, and then it just like rolls credits.
We did it, guys. And they get hit by a car like Cindy in Scary Movie at the end of the movie. What was that? Nothing. Let's talk about this movie that I'm pretty excited for. I put it in there. Gunpowder Milkshake, much like the Eternals, just a great cast coming to, I think, who knows, my dates have been all over tonight, but I think it's July 14th on Netflix. Karen Gillan's in there, Lena Headey, Angela Bassett, Carla Guna, I can't remember how to say her name, Gugini, I don't know, but she is fantastic, and Paul Giamatti. This just looks great. It looks like Birds of Prey, looks like Kill Bill, looks like Seven Psychopaths, a little of like Smoke and Aces. This just looks like it's an assassin movie with a bunch of these great actresses kicking ass. I like the style. So this is a movie. I don't know if I'll be reviewing it because we're just so busy in July, but it's on my calendar to definitely watch, and I'll probably try to get something out there. Even if I mention on a newscast, but I'll try because I just really like the trailer and the style. So did anyone watch this? Because I put this in very late into the game. Taylor's shaking his head like a madman.
I did watch it. I really, really liked it. I didn't know what I was in store for watching a trailer, but I was thinking this is like John Wick vibes, like big time. And I'm super on board for this. So yeah, sign me up.
Yeah, I loved like the visuals of it. I just thought it was beautiful. All the actresses look great. I did have sound. The audio was great. It added a lot. 5 out of 10 concept, but the audio lifted it. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I just love the actresses in it. Huge Karen Gillan fan ever since I saw, Nebula. I've just like grown to love that character. So then I've just grown to like the actress. And do you know who like the male actor is in that one scene? He's got like the pedophile glasses and he's like talking to her in the diner. The diner.
What the fuck? What did you turn into there? The diner?
The Boston accent's coming out.
No, I don't think. Unless it's Paul Giamatti, but
I don't know his name, but he's just like a great character actor, and I just like him in like everything he's in. He doesn't like raise a film or anything, but I like when he's on screen. So it's cool to see him on there, and all the other reasons that you guys mentioned. It's just it's an exciting trailer.
Yeah. Jessica, did you watch this trailer?
So funny enough, I watched this one without sound.
Oh, what's wrong? Common theme.
What is with you guys and no sound with your trailers?
I gotta rest my ears.
I wasn't really prepared, so when you guys were doing plugs, I was watching it in the background. So that's my defense there. But funny enough, I was thinking my vibes that I got from it was like Kingsman and kind of like Sucker Punch, kind of like the not. I know Sucker Punch kind of sounds weird, but just kind of like that. I don't know, kind of girl power.
Yeah.
Front and center type thing. And then also, I'm also in love with Karen Gillan, but for Oculus. That was my movie that did it for her.
I forgot she was in that. I actually like that movie. Yeah.
WWE movie.
Nice.
You guys are always surprised. I've done this 3 times. I think this is like the third time in 6 years.
I feel like that's a surprising
Are we
thing.
talking about the same movie?
Yeah, Oculus with the mirror and all that scary shit. Yeah, that's a WWE movie.
What? No.
Yeah. John Cena plays the mirror.
I can't see him. Where is he?
Taylor's casting decision.
Yeah.
He also plays the mirror in Last Night in Soho.
we found a way. We can't see them, but we can reflect them. So
this one, I'm interested because of the main actress, but other than that, it didn't seem too amazing. And maybe, like Kirklin said, it has to do with the fact that I didn't have that volume on. Volume really added an aesthetic to it.
yeah, you missed it. They were recruiting her for a war that's taking place 11 months into the future. So,
okay, wow, we got a lot of kind of crossover going on with this movie.
That's the big twist in Eternals too.
But I mean, even the description of this movie: 3 generations of women fight back against those who could take everything from them. It just seems.
Oh yeah, that's super original.
Taylor's out.
Why can't it be 3 generations of men?
So I don't know. Nothing super popped out for me. It's just women with guns, which is it's fun, but it's not.
It's not Rush to see, not Rush to watch.
Yeah.
I noticed
5 out of
too.
10 concept.
I forget her name, but I was gonna say the young girl that plays Siri, but apparently she's like 19. So there you go, she's in there from The Witcher. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll be good. All in the game says guys over at Double Toast recently went back and reviewed Sucker Punch. Highly recommend. I've only seen Double Toast a few times. I do have to give Sucker Punch another rewatch. I like these talks of a director's cut, of course. The whole hashtag now is release the Snyder Punch or something like that. But yeah, I did not enjoy my time with it the first go around, so I'd have to give it. But it's been a long time, so who knows? So well, there's Sucker Punch. Jessica owns it on Blu-ray, not Steelcase, but on Blu-ray. So there you go. You own a Zack Snyder film.
22% Rotten Tomato.
Blockbuster was closing down, and it was like any Blu-ray for like $1 or something like that.
For free.
Yeah, pretty. Oh no, sorry, it was Rogers.
Oh, there you go. Is that the? Do you own Man of Steel? I'm trying to think of other Zack Snyder movies you might own, or is that the only one you own?
I don't own many movies.
Sucker Punch is one of them, though. So there you go.
Tim Burton is. If you're asking for Tim Burton movies, I got a lot of those.
Nice.
This is Snyder, right? Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
It just looks like such a dude, bro.
And that's like I want a different clarification. I already know there's some people in my mentor something like that, like Snyder, but like he is dude, bro. But like he's in a different level of like what I am. I feel like you could say I'm like arrogant, bro, but I don't think I'm dude, bro.
No.
Like I don't think I am. I think there's times where like also I did earlier in Gauntlet, maybe I'll play up a character a little bit, but I think I don't think I'm dude bro-ish.
No.
I
You're
don't.
poking fun. I definitely use that term like just a blanket statement. I feel like it could be like the alpha Chad, just like, oh bro, like that guy. But then when it comes to Zack Snyder, it's just like those slow-mo ass shots that I picture. It's funny.
Yeah, one day we'll retro it. Let's talk about. I have my notes here, some Pokemon shit because you guys love talking about Pokemon. So I'm sure there's some. Taylor, give me the names of these two games.
Isn't it Pokemon Brilliant Pearl, and the other one was like Shining Diamond? Is that it, or am I getting that wrong?
So this is the only thing I'll contribute to the conversation. Why the fuck are they named like that? Why is it Brilliant Pearl and Shining Diamond? Like, what the hell?
It is backwards. Yeah, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl.
That's the one.
Oh, that makes it better. No, but like, why are those words being used in front of a game title?
Because the original version is Diamond and Pearl, and so this is the remake. So now it's Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl being the remakes of it.
Yeah, come on, Travis.
Great. Okay. Yeah. Couldn't they just say remake or whatever? Okay. Shining Diamond, whatever this stuff. Great. Okay. Continue.
Jessica's got an example for you here. I'm assuming she's grabbing it.
So these are the ones that are like the remakes, right?
Yeah, these are the DS 3DS remakes that they're putting onto the Switch.
That's not me. I'm not a dude bro like that. I don't wear the hat.
That's
I don't
when
wear
he puts Warzone on. He puts the hat on.
I don't. You're Kirklin's turning the goatee. What are you showing me right now?
There's like the silver, and then the remake was Soul Silver.
Soul Silver. Okay, so fair enough.
It's just what they do. They just add another word in front of it.
Kirklin, you got something to pull out as they're all pulling out their cool
like
shit?
Alpha Sapphire. It's like the upgrade from regular Sapphire.
Wish I had something to pull.
There you go. Yeah, come on, Kirklin, pull out your Pokemon game.
Here's my Java that I got.
It just unzips the pants.
Yeah.
Here's my
I
OG
got some balls
diamond.
for you to catch right here.
OG Diamond, nice.
OG Diamond, wow.
I match your OG Diamond with my OG Platinum.
Oh God. Okay.
We ended the cast, yeah.
We're just in a flex cast right now.
Show and tell.
Start busting out my version.
Yeah.
Okay. What are we doing?
But do you also have X version?
I have the X version.
I lost it in the divorce. Previous. But I got Sun to account for it.
Hey, is that what's his name? Anti?
Oh, you got Alpha. No, this is what is it? Saleo? What's his name, Jessica? Not Galileo.
Asgard. Aslan.
Aslan, yeah. I can't remember the name of it.
Leo. They're just renaming them philosophers.
I think it's like Saleo or something like that.
It's something like that. Something to do with sun, yeah.
Oh, nice. Jessica, there we go.
Why are we even doing this? Like, is this a Pokemon related?
It's a Pokemon flex.
And they did this weird one where they did black and then black 2.
Oh, I got rid of those. I wasn't like super into it. Once I traded
Is that a racial thing?
Oh,
get this out of my house.
What? Once I got all the Pokemon that I needed from them, I migrated them and then I traded the games off.
I mean, that's a smart decision because you got the value out of it, so you might as well make some money off it or whatever you traded it for.
I feel like an ass because the guy at EV Games, I was trading it in, he was like scanning my Pokemon White version 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I need this one. I have to go see if maybe the boss let me put it on hold. And I was thinking in the back of my mind, maybe I should just give it to him. But then he was giving me like $40 for it. So I was like,
oh, dude.
Trade credit?
You're like, I can't accept $40, but $38 I'll take plus tax. Plus shipping and handling because I handled it and I delivered it.
Oh yeah, so there's my flex.
I like it. We lost a member because of it, but that's okay. He'll come back. He's like the sun. He always rises in the morning.
I can't flex that. Pokemon Coliseum. I love Coliseum.
There you go.
I got Snap and
Gale of Darkness.
Don't have Gale of Darkness or Coliseum. Wasn't a huge. I rented them. Never ended up playing. What's
Oh, it's
Oh,
still,
yeah.
it's still going on. It's still
We got
going on.
Are
sword.
you fucking kidding me? How are you
Been show
kidding
and
me?
tell.
There's no way.
I was trying to
you-
I was trying to push the conversation, but they're
Oh my
minded.
god.
Easily,
I was
I'll
asking
throw
though, like,
Pokemon.
why?
Pokemon
Like,
is
what's the
easily
purpose
in
of
that
this?
mix too.
Is there a new Pokemon game or something? Is it really a loss though?
I mean,
I
they
guess
got, like,
not.
Oh,
got,
fuck
the
off, Carl.
Pokemon dungeons.
Is that the one where you play as Pikachu?
Yeah, you like solve mysteries.
I think I know that one. I
On the
think I
game
remember
says
that
you
one.
have slightly more self-awareness, Snail. To be fair, well, thank you. I think I do. I know there might be moments, but
That's the dude, bro, right?
that's
Comparison,
the dude, bro. I think so, or maybe he just
You're
knows
not
some
a dude,
Pokemon.
bro. That's just
Oh, is that
you have some
sealed?
tendencies that it
It
makes
is
it fun to
not.
poke fun and give you that title.
Oh,
But I do still have the box.
Okay, keep talking. Hang on, you motivated me to pull
He's
something
getting the
out.
Lego sets. Here we
Okay,
go.
I want to be clear on something. I was getting so much shit today because I had so much news. There's so much news. We didn't cover the Willy Wonka stuff. We went shorter on the Amazon
Don't
story.
go 2 hours. Yeah.
Other than Kirklin, yeah, better not go 2 hours. Oh, this is gonna be a 3-hour pass. There's gonna be 3-hour cast plus and stuff. And Taylor's like, it better not. I got a long night. All this stuff. And here we. Oh no!
Getting the trunk out.
No. And here we are. These fuckers are just comparing dig sizes. They're just pulling out all the Pokemon games. And I never want to hear any complaining about cast time because you guys are the ones making this
Look at this.
longer.
I got my good old classic
SP.
SP, and I got this little bag of goodies. Look what's in here.
What is in there? It's like Hermione's bag. Reach
yeah.
deep.
What is Hermione's bag?
We got Legend of Zelda.
Remember, she's got that charm that makes it so her bag goes on like
Right.
forever.
Okay,
Just watch
so-
that movie. So there you go.
Zelda
Urban-
Minish Cap.
Okay, Urban Dictionary for dude, bro. White suburban males, usually 16 to 25 years. I'm older, hailing
Oh.
There you
anywhere.
go, Jessica.
I do still have my yellow, and I have a crystal and a silver.
Oh, nice.
Alien from where?
Hailing from anywhere, USA, characterized by their love of college football, pickup truck / SUVs, beer, cut off khaki cargo shorts, light pink polo brands with the collar popped, holster
isn't
gear. No, I don't pop the collar. I sometimes
this?
do this shit when I play the Gauntlet character. Like,
Yeah.
here's a good test to see.
That's
If
the
any-
dude, bro.
oh,
Rip headphone users.
here's a good test to see if anyone's listening to the two because they probably aren't. So when I did the thing with Clay earlier this week, I love that it's just turned to after 9. We set this up.
Send
I-
the link to the Patreons in here.
I
Sorry, Karen.
specifically was like at 2 a.m. I'm gonna tweet this out, so it seems like really cryptic. And I just tweeted out the "Don't talk shit while you're being recorded." I got messaged. I showed Taylor, and I'll show you guys. I got messaged by so many people. Hey, what's going on? Oh, I'm sorry you had to go through this. I was like, oh man, I might cut this part of the podcast so they actually don't know it. To be honest, I don't want them to know. I don't want to break character. I want them, but like people really thought something was going on. So it was some great shit. But you know.
Well, it was a very mystic tweet.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
I'm like, no, in Travis, I have a feeling of what this is, but I really don't know until we talk about it.
I
Love of
definitely
wife
still-
beaver. So I don't love like wife beaters is just the white tank top. I like tank tops, but I wouldn't
I thought
consider
that was
that.
like the males that beat wives. I'm like, I don't think anyone does. But
Yeah, a big fan. You got to show them, get them in line. No, I'm a fan of tank tops, but that's just like because it gets hot and everything like that. I was ready for kicking ass, dude. I don't know what that. Oh yeah,
Oh,
Carl.
Untitled.
Yeah.
I saw that
you,
he's
Carl.
defending you. The white.
Yeah,
knight.
lots of people
Respect.
in my defense. So, at the end of the day, I will take that as a positive. That even I felt bad that someone from Tress Hines on DCA, he's a friend of his, and he's just like, "Hey, is everything okay with that guy?" Like, so, and then Chris, if you're listening, which you won't because I'll cut out me, I'll put this on Patreon for exclusive. He asked me like, "Oh, what was going on?" But then later on, he messaged me like, "Oh, you fooled a lot of people." I was like, "No, I fooled you too for a day." There's a little bit where I fooled them, and he was like, "Oh, I figured it out." But it's like, "Yeah, but I fooled you." So.
It's like
It
we
was a
really
fun
got
time.
him, Travis. It's like, no, you
Yeah.
weren't on my side.
No. Okay,
fine.
are we done with this? Can we talk about the game, or is there nothing to talk about the game?
There's nothing done about the
Uh,
game. Yeah. Game's been
w-
canceled.
Well, we need Taylor to come back first. I'm waiting on him. He's taking too long.
He's got his toys.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Sets away.
Actually,
Yeah,
I won't be
okay.
shit.
Okay. Okay.
I'll take this opportunity.
Okay, Taylor, I got 2 more to show you.
Oh yeah, show me.
Wait,
Show it.
got Japanese original. This is from actual like Japan.
Oh, and it's sealed. Oh, I like
Yeah,
it.
the first actual comic manga. Here's my yen price and everything.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. And then also, I don't have the ones for GameCube, but I got my Pokemon.
Oh, nice. That's cool. Very cool.
This one was super fun too. You got to like run around and play in the parks as Pokemon. Kind of like Mario Party, but for Pokemon. Yeah. I'm ready to talk about Shining Pearl and
I got my OG manual.
oh, okay. Okay, story time quickly.
Do it.
I had that same one and someone asked me if they could read it and borrow it. And I said, yeah, for sure. And they left it in the park and it rained and they never returned it. And I went to the park the next day and I found it and it was all destroyed and wrinkly and the pages were all ripped. So I do not have that one anymore. So I'm super jealous.
Wow, they're a jerk. We should egg his house. Carl will egg it.
Yeah, come on,
after this, is there a chance you could screen share like a Twitter video and we could watch it?
Screen share what?
I just said what do you mean what? I said
A Twitter video? Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, let's go back. Pokemon. We have box art and release dates now for Diamond and Pearl remakes. And if Taylor remembers them off the top of his head.
The release dates? I don't remember, but I posted on the GV page.
Diamond and Pearl are November 19th, so they will be out for Christmas. And Arceus is in the new year, beginning of January, which seems silly to me because that one to me seems like it would be the bigger seller and it's missing Christmas.
Yeah, that's the one that everyone's waiting for as far as I'm concerned. I mean, that's what I'm waiting for.
January 28th.
Hey, it's my birthday. Shouts out to me. No one. I get it. Okay.
Well, you'll
Sure, Carl's cheering me
I'm
on.
busy playing Shining fucking Spinaroo Diamond and all this stuff.
Spinaroo. I'll buy that one.
I'll buy that for $1. Anything else in this game? You guys
What a dead
excited?
air.
It was a long journey. Yeah. Long journey to get to this point.
I'm excited. I'm 100% buying Arceus. I probably not so much for Diamond and Pearl, at least not rated release.
Is Arceus the new one?
It's like the open world, the like Twilight or not Twilight. Breath of the
Twilight.
Wild?
Project Balloon.
It's like the Breath of the Wild equivalent. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Right now? Switch exclusive?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. See, look at Kirklin putting in the effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had
appreciate
to.
that.
Like Kirkland said, it was dead air. Now I just have more time. I have to edit this fucking podcast.
Just
but
shove
at
me
least,
through a toy box. Yeah.
yeah. At least I'm watching the Jinx again, so that's good because HBO Max. So I was
Name
in
of Pokemon. Jinx.
Oh fuck that Pokemon. That's not good. It was named after Robert Durst, who's a murderer. But yeah, I was in a real true crime kick last night. What did I watch? Shit. Oh, I watched Zodiac, the movie, and then I wanted to watch some true crime stuff. I started this one, The Ripper, wasn't that great. And then like
Comes out on my birthday, Carl. We just said that, January 28th.
wow, Carl's just like Kyle. He didn't even listen. He just oh yeah, I listen to Geek first, and like you quiz him. He didn't
He's
listen.
looking for his
Carl-
Pokemon games.
Carl's just here to see my pecs.
That's a dude, bro. Yeah, come on. You're showing your
They're
true worth.
dancing. You see that? Look at that.
It's your
So-
hands. Come on, stand up and do it.
Okay, hang on.
It's
I
not
can do it.
terrible.
It's
Is your
that-
shirt-
can
It's not
you
quite-
can you bounce your
Wait, wait,
pecs?
wait,
I can.
Does your shirt say show off?
Yeah.
It's not helping your case.
This
It's not
is gonna be
quite Terry
just
Crews level, but it's pretty good.
this is gonna be just pure Patreon content. I think I'm not.
Oh, this
I'm
is
not
after
gonna.
9. Let's have
yeah.
fun.
There you go,
Oh,
Travis. That's
That's
a Jinx.
the Jinx.
Yeah.
I like the Jinx.
Not the original interpretation.
Fuck these Pokemon masters though, keeping their animals and balls and stuff like that. Get the fuck out of here. Screw them. And like stupid for McDonald's, they're giving away like, Pokemon cards for like kids thing. Like, oh man, just rip that up. I don't want my kids playing with that shit. You know, terrible, 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 terrible.
You're
Those
gonna like
cards could be worth a
wrestling.
lot. You're gonna like wrestling.
They like wrestling already. It's good. Jesus, Travis. That's what all the ladies said, Clay. That's what all the ladies said. I felt like there was something else I was gonna bring up that was like game related wise. E3 they confirmed Xbox is doing the press conference at 10 a.m. on the Sunday. So I guess that'll just be me and Taylor. Or Taylor's in the middle of his suit being too busy. So are you even gonna make E3, Taylor?
When is that again? June 16th, you
June
said?
like 10th. It's like 12th and 13th.
I'll be there for Xbox. They need me. Phil always needs an extra voice in the crowd.
Those pecs need an OnlyFans. Thank you, on the game. Yeah, they do. One day. Yeah.
I'm getting all these OnlyFans ads on my Facebook for like,
Dude,
look at
same.
best cooking recipes
Yeah.
and stuff. It's like, what the fuck?
Deception.
It is.
We're not gonna be learning how to cook on
that's
there.
big.
I was gonna say, because Taylor's said this before. He's been like, "Oh, I was on Twitter because I got all these sex bots follow him." Those are all based on your search engine, Taylor. And I will say, because I'll cut this out, we have a joint Instagram, right, for GeekVerse. How come whenever I go in there, like the first pictures, and I'm sure Jessica's may notice this, they're all like ladies in bikinis and stuff like that. Like, and that's not me. Like,
No idea. No, that's not me.
GB account's just following a bunch of like big booty Instagram
Like,
models.
I'm
and
gonna
all.
go on Instagram right now, and like, you're the person that uses this, so it's not us. So like,
The weird thing is, I get the two on the GB thing, but on my personal Instagram, I don't get any of that stuff. So I have no idea what to say to
They
that.
use the GV as your incognito mode. That's what you use it for.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Like, yeah, like there's like, what is going on here? Like, like what's happening? Why there's like other like girls like that there? You know,
What
What
Like,
is that? That's just the story. That's just the stories. That's
It's
nothing
not-
like anything specific.
it's not as bad, but one time
Oh,
I
that's
came on, it was
real.
just like everything. It was like boom, boom, boom.
I think it's
boom,
just
boom.
what Instagram is.
That's like Snapchat is the same thing. Snapchat's worse with that though.
Snapchat is worse. Don't scroll right on Snapchat. Just
No, don't,
open your snaps from your friends and don't go to the news thing.
Yeah.
You know what videos I really hate too is like, oh, I broke up with someone and they're like blindfolded and they do that whole like card thing. Stupid fucking thing.
You don't have to watch them. You can just keep scrolling.
I watched one. I was done. I felt
Oh,
like I had something important to bring up, something vital. I can't remember, but there you go. We passed the 2 hour mark, but that's your guys' fault. You got us. We're on clear path to end this thing, but you guys took us on a whole wild ride. So, oh, was it about birthday or maybe it was about Taylor's nervous breakdown. Taylor says he needs some time away from GeekVerse because he's so busy. You know.
Kind of
Taylor.
Well,
phantom.
you said what did you say? Like you said something.
I
it's
said
just-
take all
you-
the time
says a
you
lot.
need.
You needed me to do some.
Oh, yeah, don't spoil that.
thing.
Don't
I won't
spoil
spoil it. No, but you need me to do something. And I was like, oh shit, I forgot. No, my work days are getting longer, and I got more wedding planning coming out the wazoo, so it's getting busy. But I want to be there for Loki and all that stuff. That's the plan.
We all take breaks, sir. It's all good, you know. Someone will hold it down. This has Ted Cruz looking up porn on his computer energy. And right there we will. Well, I don't know where it's ending for the actual people, but it's ending here right there. So
This is
maybe that's
transition to an after 9 cast.
that's what I'll say. I will promote. I'll say the Patrons, you guys get a little bit extra here. So
You'll
ladies and
see,
gentlemen, this was a newscast, and we had lots of fun. And yes, next time you hear from us, it'll not be boring.
Goodbye. Travis is never gonna let us talk about Pokemon again.
We'll see.
No.
I'm in control here. And you're going to give me what I want. You know what it is. Give me what I want. You know what I want. I've been asking for it for years. You're going to give me what I want, or I'm going to continue to hurt people you love. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. That's not what I want.